Yeah, let's get him back in.
Good call, Chuck, because I wouldn't have noticed
Thank
that
you,
for
man.
a minute.
I thought it was
I'd be still talking. Like, yeah.
calling him back now.
He's loving it. He's loving every minute of it. Oh, man.
He's so entertained. His face
He's watching the stream like, damn it, man.
God damn it.
What the
Fucking
fuck happened?
connection.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
What's going on, and welcome. Whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. It's Algae 857.
It's 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
And your boy Big Chop, what up?
And then we have our
Big chop.
our special guest today.
What's going on, Jason from Overthink Gaming?
What's up?
Overthink makes his return.
What's going on, guys? I'm happy to be back, man. Whenever you guys invited me, I was all like, heck yeah, man. I couldn't say no to this shit, dude. So I'm excited to be back, guys.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to have you back, man. But just like every podcast, we always talk about the games we've been playing every week. So who'd like to start this week?
I think Jason should start.
Okay.
I should start?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So, all right. I went back to my Vita, man. I told you guys off the air that I had water damage to my Vita, and it just started working. So I bought a few games. I was playing Mortal Kombat 9, went back, did the story mode. So I was all excited. I'm on the Mortal Kombat mood. I can't wait to, right after my birthday, today they showed the little trailer there to RoboCop.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a whole new story mode I'm excited for. I'm on to the story mode, so I've been playing that. Of course, I play Street Fighter all the time. But the biggest news, which you guys know, is Streets of Rage 4. I was against playing it, but you guys recommended that game, and it's way different than any gameplay you see. You gotta play that game hands-on. And then, of course, I'm on my retro pie, so I'm playing I went through all the old Streets of Rage this week. It's like, I'm all Streets of Rage down right now. And then, of course, if you have me on PSN, you'll see I play Call of Duty every night. So that's my game. I play with friends. That's our thing. But that's about it. That's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what's up. Who's next?
Let's go with the chalk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
the
Chalk.
Chalk.
Yeah.
chalk.
Chalk.
Anyways, y'all know.
All right, moving on to
Y'all
Jay.
know.
Okay.
The disrespect.
When I was playing.
Wow.
Disrespect.
Wow.
Cut his mic. Cut his
Yeah. Just hang up on him. Hang up on him.
I've been playing Gears 5, unlocking everything I got unlocked for this particular season. Having a good time doing it. Coltrane is the man.
Train.
Coltrane, baby, rides the rails. Anyways, yo, don't hate. And I've been playing Streets of Rage 4. I think I beat that game like 5 or 6 times already. It's so good. So good. Everyone needs to play it. And I've been playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance with my best friend and his godson, and of course, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't know if you guys saw my stream yesterday. Woo! Having a good time.
Get your ass kicked?
Won mostly. I won mostly.
Nice.
You won one.
Wait, you said you won mostly. Did you play against Turbo? I'm just-
When I play against Turbo, I just always win.
yeah, all right. That's what I was checking. Yeah, I kind of heard through the grapevine that he wasn't that great at the game.
Damn.
I don't know.
He's not. He needs work. He needs to train. he needs to go to the hyperbolic time chamber for a little while.
He better hop up in the
yourself
chat
in
to
there for a whole
defend himself.
No, he's not up in the chat, so we could talk all this
He's gonna
shit.
come out of God, man. You better watch it, man. He's gonna come out
Hold
of
on.
God.
Wait, Turbo might be in the chat. Oh my god. I think he's in.
Is he?
Oh, we'll know.
Oh, yeah, you'll see a paragraph being
Well,
typed.
we'll see.
He's typing furiously right now.
He's like, his hand's shaking. He can't even like type the right words right now.
I'm sure he's so mad.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Who's next?
I can go into what I've been playing. I quickly played a little bit of Panzer Dragoon Remake.
Oh.
Still jumping in on that. I just wanted to check what the upgrade with the
How'd you like the upgrade?
DLC was. It improved it.
Improved it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't played?
I haven't played it since now.
Oh.
I'm still waiting for the big update they have.
Yeah.
The 60
So-
frames?
Yeah.
And
So I'll check it out more, and I'll probably stream and stuff when I get that one.
nice.
But other than that, you already know. Like Streets of Rage 4 was all week.
I think that's
Like,
everybody's.
We said that last week.
That's
Like, listen, that's all we're gonna play.
That's really.
And I literally couldn't put it down.
yeah.
Like nothing else. Like I'm supposed to be playing Ori, but I haven't even gotten to it yet.
I can't stop thinking of the game.
It's amazing.
I really can't stop thinking about the game.
We already got 2 videos
It's
up
so
on the
good.
channel. 2 videos up already.
2 full playthroughs.
Yeah. We have a first impressions.
First impressions.
The
and
retro, and we have one pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one pending. Yeah.
Because we played. I put all the graphics down to change it to the old school look. I didn't know you can do that for the computer.
And
Like I thought you can only pick the characters that look old.
Yeah.
But if you dumb down the graphics, they all look like they're like 16-bit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and then we put the old music on. I was like, all right.
And play with the Streets of Rage 3 sprites.
Yeah,
that
that was pretty
crazy.
dope. Pretty dope. But I mean,
You know what? I gotta ask real quick, because I'm barely playing that game. When you said the 16-bit graphics, do you have to beat the game to unlock that?
as you play, you'll gain points, and then that'll open up characters while you're playing. Like you'll see it every time you pass a
All right,
stage.
cool.
And once you get up to this part that's like a little triangle or whatever, then after you pass those, it's another character each time you get to those. So
All right, cool. Because I was looking for that, and I think I'm on like the 4th stage, so I'm still kind of in the beginning.
you open one.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you get past
All right,
like
cool.
stage 7 or something, you open something.
All right, awesome.
But I've been just playing that, and like the music in it, like it's ridiculous. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't like the music," but it's because
I got a lot to say when it comes up to me about Streets of Rage 4's music.
the power of nostalgia is huge.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking of something you played 20 years ago or something like that, and when in your childhood and all that, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that music was astounding." I mean, it was great music. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but the new music in here is not to be slept on.
Oh my god.
And because it's new,
Nah.
you just heard it, so it's not like in your memory yet.
Right.
You don't have you haven't lived out the stages, and
Right.
your
Needs
memory
to
doesn't
process.
tell you that it's good. So as soon as you get involved in the game, the music is incredible.
That's outstanding.
Some of this,
It really
some of the
is.
songs start off a little different, but as you go through the stage, it's a dynamic music, so it'll change as you go, and it'll always end up into something crazy.
That I like.
Yeah. And like the animation
Ah.
is sick. So just seeing pictures does not do this justice. You see the way the art is, and you're like, it doesn't look like my old game, but they put it in there. They put it in there for those guys who
Yeah,
don't
right.
who want it to look 16-bit. You can still use that.
You can make the
Yeah.
game 16-bit.
Yeah.
You can play through the game 16-bit.
Yeah.
If someone does not like the art style, you could play it 16-bit if you want.
Right.
And if you truly hate the music, you could put the old music in.
Yeah.
But the combos, that's completely different. Like, yo, we tore
Oh,
people
yeah.
up. Like,
Yo, the juggles are stupid.
I love
the
bro.
juggling.
I love
we
them.
fought the first boss, and we juggled the hell out of him. He died in like 2 seconds.
Oh, with the one from the old games. Yeah, the knife guy.
You're like, look at this guy. Tat, 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 tat,
His
done.
energy just went.
Done. You couldn't do that in the old one.
Nah.
You couldn't do that.
Oh no, it's badass when they bounce off
Yep.
the wall, dude, and you catch them back. I'm like,
Yup.
dude, the game is awesome.
Nah, so that's all I've been playing, man.
So
and I recommend it for everyone to play. If you like any beat 'em ups at all, you gotta play this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it.
I guess I'll go next real quick. Of course, it's not a mystery. We've all played it. So
Streets of Rage 4.
yes, Streets of Rage 4.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, right. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff with the channel, so I didn't really have too much time to play. But of course, of the games I play every day, Tetris 99. I had like a few matches of that. I'm still in the top 10, so I'm still good. What else? Of course, fitness boxing. I'm still doing that, and Streets of Rage, man. And I'm a soundtrack guy myself, just like you. We're soundtrack people, so like that soundtrack is dope. My only gripe with the game is that elevator stage. Which I don't want to give it, ruin it
Best-
for anybody.
best
who
You
hasn't
want it to
gotten
be
to.
longer.
Best
Yeah.
music in the game is the
It's-
elevator stage,
Yeah.
and it's 2 seconds,
And
and
it
it
should-
pisses me off.
It should have been the
Oh,
intro, like
It's the
theme.
most epic.
Yeah,
It's a great
tune.
song.
It's
but
an
you know
awesome
what?
song.
In the soundtrack itself,
yeah.
it is late.
Yes.
It's after the what's the song? It sounds
after
like the Russian
the
one.
Russian
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, it's after that. So you have to listen to that whole
It
part,
blends.
and then it gets into it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who don't like that song will skip it and never hear that song again.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You gotta
but
let it
I mean,
play.
I still like the Russian one too. But
I love that one,
Yeah.
dude. That shit
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
but just in case if you don't listen to that, you're not gonna
Yeah.
hear the best song in the game,
Yeah.
and that kind of sucks. But yeah, get to the elevator stage. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, you'll know. You'll know when it's there. You'll definitely know. What was that other game that you were playing? That Tetris, that fake Tetris
Yes,
game?
that's right. I just remembered now. Actually, it was I forgot. I should have wrote the guy's name. I got a comment a few days ago on one of my Tetris runs, and the guy recommended. He asked me if I've ever played Puzzled for the
Geo.
arcade Neo Geo,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, I never played it, but I looked at some videos of it, and I'm like, it looks like Tetris, the arcade version of Tetris. Looks like it, doesn't play like it at all. And I was like, oh, let me see if it's on the eShop. Sure enough, it was. It was only $7. I'm like, all right, let me see if I can try it out. Man, that game is tough, man.
I was watching. That
Holy
shit's vicious.
shit!
Yo, this chat is wild.
There's only 10 stages in this game. Like, it wasn't meant for anybody to beat the fucking game. And I'm thinking, like, only 10 stages? That can't be that bad. I got up to stage 7. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can't get further.
The Tetris blocks drop like they're heavy, and there's no flexibility.
The controls are bad. I'm like, oh man, but it is addictive though.
That's why you don't hear about Tetris for Neo Geo.
No,
all right, that's the reason for that. There's a reason for that. It's not a fighting game.
But actually, that's one of my goals is to play all the Tetris, like every iteration of it, because it's like the #1 selling game of all time.
You better have the one for your keychain then.
I got that one actually.
You do have that?
Puyo Tetris came with. I got the deluxe edition. It came with the 2 keychains, one a Tetris piece, and
better get a calculator. It's on the calculator. It's on all that.
No, but I want to get all the games for every system if I can. I want to see, how many versions of it they have.
Too many. It's too many.
Shout out to the chat. Reggie is in there.
Hey,
what up, Reggie?
What's
yeah,
up, man?
Reggie's in the chat.
We got
Turbo's in the chat. He mad.
But we didn't say anything wrong with that.
Ain't nobody say nothing.
Johnny P is in the chat.
What am I playing? I'm playing.
I'm sorry. I just remember War Groove. I played with.
Oh, that's right. The 2-player with Turbo.
Yeah.
Explain what happened there.
I can't.
Oh man,
because it was terrible. All right.
Oh,
So
man,
Kevin and I are playing War Groove. All right, it's a strategy, tactical RPG. Right. They have a mode where it's co-op. So you take, you and your co-op partner can take turns in battle. Awesome game. Very ambitious. So many modes, so many things. We played 3 battles. Every fucking battle, there was a problem. Not in the game. Nothing wrong with the game. It was like production problem. Like the last game that we had, it was a 2-hour battle. We finished the battle. I looked to go get the video file.
Yeah.
Error message. It stopped recording halfway through because there was no disk space. And I was like, I was going to fucking scream. So I was like, all right, well, that was a waste because none of that can get salvaged. So I'm like, not to mention the way we're recording it, obviously he's in his location. We're using Skype, and then I'm using a screen share through Skype to show him, the footage, and I have the overlay on my end, and it's a whole crazy production. But man, it's been a nightmare playing this game.
you've done the same battle like twice.
We did the same battle twice, and then the other one.
And you gotta do it a third time.
And then we did another one that was a 4-hour battle.
I was there.
You were there for that one.
I'm like, this is just
fucking
not
thing
ending.
was 4 hours. We played 4 hours, and we can't use none of it.
Game that's like that game's like that DS game
Advance
or something
Wars.
like that, right?
Yep.
Advance Wars. That's the
It's
one.
a spiritual.
Is it turn-based?
Yeah. But it's like a spiritual successor to Advance Wars. It's basically like Advance Wars if it was medieval.
All right,
I like
cool.
it better than Advance Wars.
And it's longer than Lord of
wow.
the Rings Extended Edition.
There's so many. The thing is,
Oh,
I think this was a Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, it was Kickstarter. Yep.
Very, very ambitious because they have so many different modes and stuff. Like you can play four people in one battle. Obviously, it's just one map, but they have a.
That'd be an 8-hour match.
Yeah, it'd be like a fucking week-long battle and shit.
That'd be so
But
long.
they also added.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's like playing Monopoly.
You can it's like a Mario Maker where you can make your own state. You can make your own map, your battle map, and then you can share it online. And it's
And now you got to do it all over.
yeah. So that I've been playing that, but
I was like, that playthrough
trying
was
to forget
canceled.
it.
I would stop for like a month. I'd be like, I'll come back to this in a month.
I'd be like, we ain't streaming this no more.
Yeah,
I'll play it at home. We ain't streaming that no more.
Yeah.
Well, you guys couldn't use the stream copy?
Huh?
No, there's
No,
stream
none of
copy.
it.
Guys
And
can
it's not
use the
usable.
stream
But
copy?
you know what though? We are gonna stream it though. So this time we
Just
actually,
in case.
Just in case. So what our problem
sense.
was we weren't streaming it, so we will be streaming it. In fact, we'll be doing it this Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Kiss your Sunday goodbye.
Yeah.
so yeah.
People wanna see-
So if you
people
guys
wanna
want to see
that.
the fucking disaster technical difficulty, let me sign.
Yo, I'll make sure I
It'll
unplug
be
something.
live.
I'll unplug something on
Oh
the low.
sure,
just
I'm sure you would. You
No,
asshole.
that's foul.
I'm sure you would.
I would never.
Yeah, that's
People in
like
the
a
chat
long
would be like,
chess
"Yo, I
match,
can't hear
man.
anything. What's going on?" Oh, jeez, this time.
Hey, I'm waiting for that Street Fighter, dude. Whoever wants to challenge me, I want to get on the stream with you guys, man.
I'm down.
I'm
I'm down.
Whoever.
Oh.
It'll
Oh,
be
the
fun,
challenge
man.
is up.
Somehow we can figure it out.
We have
man.
it set up now, actually, that we could do a Skype. We
Well-
can have your camera.
Well,
Whatever
I know Styx has been chomping at the bits to challenge somebody.
Yes.
Street Fighter for a minute.
Yeah.
And I already exposed Chalk, so I'm moving on to another game.
Yo, why
So-
are you
so,
lying
like-
to everybody?
So like, you know,
Stop
so
lying. Stop
you were
lying,
exposed. I exposed you.
No, you're a liar. You're a liar. Stop.
I would prefer Alpha 3
Stop lying.
rather than 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would rather do 3.
Chalk got eliminated, right?
What's up?
Unbelievable.
Chalk got eliminated whenever you guys played,
Nah,
right?
Chalk actually
like,
beat me.
No, he was holding on to his
All right,
his,
all right.
his 12 game victory from
All right,
20
check
years
it.
ago.
I'm
and then I came back and I slapped.
Nah, see, you're making up things now. I gotta tell Jay exactly how it went down. All right.
Just watch the
yeah,
video.
yeah.
Just watch the
I
video.
saw the video.
Just-
No, I'm talking
watch-
about this Jay.
Just watch the video. Just watch the video on our channel, man. That's all
Chalk
you
kind
gotta
of he didn't really erase the old 12 and 0, but he did win.
They don't want to
He
give me
did
my
win.
props,
No,
know
you
what I'm
won.
saying? Like,
You won.
yo,
I admitted
Eric
that
does
you
it
won.
sometimes.
You
Al
won.
did it too,
But I
put 7 times
exposed you
in
though
Buckfire,
because
and
we
he
kept
lost the
playing.
game.
Puzzle
He
player.
lost
This
the
is a
game.
rivalry that
Okay.
fucking never.
Yo, you
ever
won, but we
ends,
kept playing, and then I was whooping your ass.
Yeah.
You're like, do the outro. I'm like, all
When
right.
my ass, you were
And then
built.
we played Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I won. What is that footage? We got the footage.
Why you gotta lie to the internet? Why you gotta lie to the whole internet?
Anyway, all right, moving on.
All right, what are you playing?
Moving on, what I'm playing. I actually broke my rule of playing one game at a time, and I blame Streets of Rage 4 for this. I was on my God of War tick, and I got to the most recent God of War, and I played probably, I'm gonna say 12 hours. And then I forgot that I had a key code for 3000th Duel for the Switch. It's a indie game. Metroidvania indie game. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start that just so I can get a video done and send it to the developers. And it turned out to be an awesome game. So I'm like halfway done with 3000th Duel, which is dope. It's got like Castlevania music, dope sound effects. It's pretty awesome. A really, really, really good game if you like Metroidvania games. God of War is... There's some breathtaking moments in that game. There's a certain point, Chuck, you know what I'm talking about. There's that part of the game where you're like, oh, shit shit is real right now. All right, I got that feeling. Now I know why people go crazy for the game. So playing that, I think I'm close to the end now. After playing like 2 hours today, I'm pretty close to the end. But I want to do some backtracking before I go and beat the game. Awesome game. Highly recommend God of War. And, of course, Streets of Rage 4. Beat that, like, I don't know how many times. Beat it 1 player, beat it 2 player multiple times, beat it 2 player with sticks, beat it 2 player with turbo. Incredible game. Obsessed with the soundtrack. I'm a Streets of Rage 1 and 2 guy. Streets of Rage 3 soundtrack was abysmal.
Yep.
Streets of Rage 3 was dope, but that soundtrack was terrible. Terrible soundtrack.
That surprising it was the same guy.
Yeah, the club stage was, and yeah, it was Yuzo Koshiro, and I don't know what happened there. I think he was experimenting, but
with drugs. I'm sorry.
Well, the new soundtrack is on Spotify.
it should be.
Yeah.
It's dope.
I've been
Yeah,
playing
it's on
that
Google,
almost every day. I've been playing that soundtrack, and the funny thing is, I love the Streets of Rage theme music, the intro music from 1 and 2. You know, when they tell the story, and I'm like, all right. And it's not in this game. So I was like, shit, they didn't put it in the title. But the new tune they put in there, it grew on me so fast. I'm like, I was just singing that shit to myself, like upstairs, like, yo, that is so catchy. And oh my gosh, like from the prison stage with that like hip hoppy beat, the what was it, the sauna room with that Russian beat that goes into the
elevator stage.
You
caught me humming that the other day.
Oh,
I'm
it's just.
Do you think they have do they have a Streets of Rage 3 ROM that has the music taken out and put different music in it?
I'm sure someone out there probably put part 2 or 1s in there.
That would make that game so much better.
It would.
You guys got to mod that, man. You guys like
someone mod the music.
I want to play the remake. I mean what is it? Not the remake. The there's a homebrew one.
Like a fake.
Yeah.
Remake. That one's good. Reggie's the one that told me about that one. I got it on my modded Xbox. That's badass, man.
Is that the one that's the what was that, the one that's like all of them combined kind of?
It's mad different endings.
And that has
crazy.
the first stage, the guy with the leggings.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
He pops out the boat with some thick ass legs trying to fight you. Like, what is happening? I don't like that guy at all.
He would definitely be a character, and I'm surprised he's not a new one.
Nah, man.
Because back then that was rough to have that in there. Now it's nothing.
I have only like 2 gripes with Streets of Rage 4. One of them, hopefully, some characters are DLC. I'm not going to mention anything because I don't want to ruin it. And they need to give Axel his run. Damn it. He was able to run in part 3. He can't run in this one? Come on, man.
Everyone should have their dash.
You know? Like
Some people do.
Yeah, everyone should have a dash. Why is it that only Adam has?
Some people do.
Adam has a little dash. Cherry could run. Floyd's slow ass ain't moving nowhere. But he's a dope ass character though.
Floyd,
I could not get used to him, man.
He's dope. No, you gotta play with him more. He's awesome. He's so good.
I don't like slow characters, man.
Trust
He's
me.
pretty fast.
But
He's the big guy.
when you do the
he's
grab,
got a great combo. Yeah,
His moves are fast. Nah, his shit is dope. But that
and he can pick up 2 people at the
That's
same
dope.
time.
Yep.
The fucking
that's dope.
Yep. That's dope.
A lot of people don't know how to use his jumping special. I actually finally know how to use that jumping special. Because I thought it was just a waste of a move.
Nah, every
but like you
character,
could pounce on everyone. You just like fly across the screen.
every character in there that's like normally pickable is a dope character.
Yeah.
But I prefer the I prefer the Street Fighter 3 characters for Blaze and that.
He said the Street Fighter 3 character.
Street Fighter 3.
wow.
I'm thinking of
Fighter
BOR. I'm
3?
thinking of a different game. I mean, you can add Street Fighter to the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the mod. He sucked
They
it
added
back.
Ninja Turtles
Yeah,
to it also.
Nah, I just fucked up. That's all.
Oh, he just fucked it. Oh, he needs some mod for real. You're like,
Yo, he was with you. He was trying
I
to
know,
cover it
right?
up, too.
It's just failing miserably.
He's like,
Nah,
nah,
the-
fuck with it.
the combos that you can do with the Streets of Rage 3 characters in this one are pretty dope.
Oh, it's fast.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so quick.
It's almost cheating.
They juggled forever.
Plus, they can run.
Yeah,
So-
that helps out.
But I mean, the new moves and all that, like Blaze's move, like their specials, are way better on the new one.
I'm
like-
like rating it like a 9/10. Like it's that high.
All I can say is
definitely.
I can't wait for the 4-player.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be epic.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
nine.
do that.
I'd give it a 9 only because you can't do 4-player online.
Listen,
That's what hurt
it's
my
a
feelings.
game
Yeah,
you
like
can
little
continue
things
to
like
play.
that is eliminating it from being a 10. But
It's a game you won't get
Yeah.
tired of playing ever.
no,
Ever.
I'm
Absolutely.
not bored of that shit.
So I gotta ask.
If I wasn't on this podcast, I'd be playing it right now.
What was that, Jason?
Yeah, since I'm playing on Xbox, what system are you guys playing it? Because I hear you guys saying online. It can't be the Switch, is it?
it's the Switch.
Oh.
It is the Switch.
It
Yeah.
can't be.
In the online
It can't be the
Yeah.
Switch. Not online, nah.
I have to admit though,
Nobody plays anything on the Switch
actually
online.
the first time I played online with Turbo, that shit kind of dropped out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the second time was fine. But the first time that shit dropped out, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Here it comes.
That's why there's no 4-player online. That's definitely it.
You want to hear something weird though? Not to continue to talk about this, but like when I play online, I play Smash Brothers Ultimate online, right? And when you're waiting for someone to play one-on-one, one-on-one. Wow, damn, this beer is hitting.
Yeah, you cut off, man.
This one-on-one, this one-on-one online. You have like the 4 slots, that where someone will pop in and you fight them.
Yeah.
How long have I owned this game for? It's always one-on-one, but the other day 3 people popped in at the same time. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
And I was able to fight 3 people at the same time.
No lag?
Every man for themselves. I think one match was a little bit, but nothing significantly bad. But I'm like, I didn't know this was possible in the game. You could fight other people, and it was stock. Like each person has 3 lives or
But
whatever.
you can play up to 4 players on it?
Yeah, in that mode. Like I didn't know that. So I'm like,
And you had this how long? Since it came out.
Since it came
Day
out.
it came out. Yeah. And I asked Turbo. He said that never happened to him. I'm like, wow.
I was here for that. Remember?
Yeah.
I remember seeing
Yep.
it. That was
And
crazy.
it's a ranked match too.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Which is cool. I'm cool with it, but I haven't played multiple
Nintendo's-
people at the same time in a long time.
I guess that's how they get their points, though.
Yeah.
Ah.
Probably.
They're probably like, "Hey, let's cheat. Let's wait until the side of the screen, and then we'll get that little win, and our GSP will be like 6 million." That's what.
I love the voice you give him.
Oh, that's their voice.
Even Mario Maker 2 has ranking, and it's like the online's terrible, man. They still haven't fixed
Oh,
that.
man.
Oh,
I tried
it's
that one
still
time.
terrible.
I tried it one time.
I
And
never
it was
tried.
like, it was crawling. It was like,
Still like
it was
that.
just a frame per second.
Ah.
And I tried. I got like,
shut your mouth.
I got halfway through.
It's such a great game, dude, but that multiplayer is just bad. The rest of it, I mean, it's amazing. I love that
So we
game.
play local 4-player. and
Yeah,
that
local
shit is
4 plays dope. Yeah.
But none of the stages are made for
Yeah.
4 people, and it's busted.
There was one stage we were just stuck.
Yeah.
We were like, no, we
it
can't do
was
it.
broken
Couldn't do
completely. It's
Couldn't
like,
do
how
it
come I
at all.
can't get the door fast enough? Because it's not being for 4 players.
For that next direct, whenever that pops up, hopefully they could like really surprise everyone and be like, hey, we fixed the online, everybody. Finally, it's fixed.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And then they go, psych.
Just kidding.
Peace. Cha-ching.
Here's another 3 Smash characters. Shut the fuck up. You know?
Coming out in 5 years.
And they're all gonna be from Fire.
And I'll be like, yes!
In the next 10 years. What?
Oh, man.
I'll be so excited about that. More Fire Emblem characters? Yes, please. Everyone else will be pissed off.
You know what's
But-
messed up? I bought it, and Ethan adapter for the Switch. Never used it. I've never even seen how it works on with the wired internet.
Damn.
So I don't know if it's better or not.
Probably the same shit.
That's probably the same.
I hear it is. I hear it makes it better, but like even the Switch, dude. I forgot where. There's somewhere where you could check your speed when you download a Wi-Fi, and it's slow, man. It doesn't pick up. I have high-speed internet. It doesn't pick up shit, dude. Forgot what. I don't remember if it's 30 megabytes a second or what. It was something slow. I was pissed off. I was like, you know what, man? The Switch. I love the console, but online, dude, it's horrible.
Trash.
Nintendo like, that's the one thing Xbox has over us.
Yeah. It's either
just online.
It's either go online with awesome games or go online with no games.
That's why it's so fast.
That's why the Xbox is so good online, because there's no games to
I'm
play.
sitting here trying to respond to the chat and whatnot, and you guys disrespect me. Stop it. Stop it.
It's the fastest online to play nothing.
Yeah.
Yo, shut
To
up.
play the last
We
game.
got Gears, we got Halo. and
The
we got
last-
every
the
other
games
game
from
that's
10 years
available on
ago.
PS4 except for the
Gears,
exclusives.
Halo.
I heard Halo might be
Gears.
pushed back.
Yeah.
I heard it might not be.
Shut up.
I heard it might
Dude,
not be
they haven't
coming out.
showed anything on Halo. Halo's been out like on E3 they released that little cinematic, and after that they haven't even talked about it or anything. And Doom was letting people play it. Devs were going to YouTubers' house and like showing them the game like a year before it came out. And like Halo over here, you haven't seen shit. It's kind of scary.
You know
man.
what else?
But they're guaranteed by holiday supposedly. I just saw that.
Some
somewhere.
holiday.
You know what else from Microsoft you haven't heard anything else about? Battletoads.
Yo, I forgot about that. They
Everybody
said that,
did.
Yo, and I
right. They
guarantee
showed that.
after Streets of Rage 4, they're like, don't release a damn thing. We got to go back to the drawing board
They
with
had,
this shit.
they had all the devs and everybody
Yep.
fucking testing it out.
After
and
Streets of Rage 4, nope. Don't you come out with that.
Everything about that looked bad.
Everything.
Don't come out with that.
Everybody's like, this is not done.
Dude, what happened to Perfect Dark too?
That's still
another
rumored.
drop.
That's still rumored to come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Microsoft, dude, really, I guess this gen, they lost me, man. I was a huge Xbox One supporter in the beginning, but the one game I wish they would make a part 2, which I know they're not, in the beginning, is Killer Instinct. That was great, man.
Yeah, whatever
I
happened.
love
to
that
was
game on the Xbox. I hated the way they did the seasons. Seemed like every company copied towards that, but that's the standard now. But that game is great, man. Too bad they bought Rare and didn't do anything with it. So far.
Amongst other IPs.
Maybe it'll get better.
That rare.
Chalk is like
Where's
enough
the,
of this shit.
Where's been making the Kinect games? You know the Kinect games?
Whatever.
Yeah.
What's that? Dude,
Chalk knows about that.
Xbox gave up on the Kinect so easy. It's bad. Like you can't even buy an adapter to put your original Kinect on. It's embarrassing.
Look at
It's like
Chalk's
a
face.
third-party adapter.
Look at
for
Chalk's
30 bucks.
face.
Yeah, I looked. It said you get a free adapter for buying it, and I looked 2 days after it expired. I was like, "Word, I can't get this now." Fine, so I threw it away. I had Actually, I sold that to you. You have a Kinect,
Oh yeah.
so now you can turn it on by saying
I was like, I have one.
Xbox on.
I use my Xbox One. This is like- I actually use
I
my.
turned
This
on
is
my
true.
Xbox One for Streets
No,
of
this
Rage.
is true story. I have an
Yeah.
Xbox One that I bought from Sticks, and I use my Xbox One to play my Xbox 360. I use it as an HDMI switcher because I don't have enough HDMI ports on my TV.
Yeah.
But it's a I could use my voice command, so it's a voice command HDMI switcher. It's awesome.
An HDMI switch probably costs about the same amount that you bought the Xbox One from me for.
Probably.
I think I sold that to you for $100. I still have two other Xbox Ones though, so I have all of them. So. But that old VCR looking one, I had to get rid of that one. So
Oh yeah, that one's
Xbox
ugly.
needs to change the name
The
to
only one that
Doorstop.
uses-
Doorstop.
you know what they said though? They said that you'll be able to still stream from XCloud or whatever on that system,
Oh yeah.
so you can
Yeah,
play
yeah, yeah.
the new games on there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You'll be able to play it just like any cloud gaming. You
Yeah.
can play it on your phone or whatever.
Yeah, you'll still be able to play the new stuff with that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's probably what's holding back the Halo, because they said the Halo you're gonna be able to play on the Xbox One all the generations. So even that
All of
old
them.
VCR box, that's probably what's holding them back.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna mess up the whole thing. But if they're going cloud gaming, then it doesn't matter. But we shall see.
But we just gotta wait and see.
Oh, everybody's waiting right now.
Well,
And we threw shots
Pretty
at
much.
Nintendo, shots at Xbox.
PlayStation
shots over
scot
there all
free.
mad.
What can
Yeah,
we say?
that's
What can we say about
actually-
I'm
PlayStation?
still
PlayStation. Let's see, Sony. They need
Show
to-
us the system.
Yeah, they need to show something, man. They've been in the dark, man.
Aren't they coming? They're still coming out this year,
Yeah.
right?
Nah,
They haven't said shit.
You don't think PS5 is dropping?
They haven't said yes or no.
Breaking news: it's not coming this year.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Wow.
You're right. But now listen, they are showing new generation games tomorrow. Actually, not today. So if you're watching live, then tomorrow they'll be showing Xbox.
Oh, shout out to Retrosoft Studios in the
Hey,
chat.
Retrosoft.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's good?
But yeah, they will be showing new school games, next generation. Finally, so we get to see what the hell they look like. I know they showed like a Smeagol. They showed
A Schmeagol.
yeah from Lord of the Rings.
The stealth
But
shit,
they,
right?
Yeah, they showed something of that, and people were complaining. They're like, "Oh, it doesn't look new." Blah blah blah. I was like, first of all, it's the picture. Stop.
Pictures you can't tell
You
nothing.
can't look at
tell
a
anything
picture
about
and
it.
say anything about it. So
yeah.
like everything for the new generation is about the lighting, about how it looks in movement. So just wait for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it looks fine. And plus, this isn't like a AAA studio making the game. So if
yeah.
you can have a whatever budget it has, and it looks like that, it looks amazing. It still looks fine.
Graphics are overrated. People need to calm down.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, people want to see something breathtaking. Hopefully, we'll see some tomorrow.
It's
But
got to be fun.
yeah.
Reggie's asking who's excited for Last of Us 2.
Stop talking about it. We're not talking about it.
But I don't
There
want to
will
know
be
anything.
no talking
No
about
spoilers.
it.
But I don't want to know anything.
However, I did see the trailer before we went on. The new trailer that came out.
I don't.
today.
I'm not gonna watch
I didn't even try to
No, it
watch
was fun. It was actually they didn't really show shit to be in my opinion.
Well, you're the guinea pig then, because
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to
Right,
ruin
did you
it.
guys see the leaks?
It looked good.
Did you guys
No,
watch the
hell
leaks at
no.
all?
Hell no, I'm not watching it. Damn,
no.
man.
Not
Man,
talking
that's
about
a
the
lot.
leak. I didn't read
I
about
won't
it.
say nothing.
Thank
I won't
you.
say nothing.
Thank you.
Please do not.
Yeah.
I didn't read about it.
Yes.
Even when they even said, "Oh, this is what happened for the league," I didn't even click those.
Yep.
Nope.
No,
But
no,
just
no.
People be talking.
I like the story as it is. I just want to be surprised by everything.
Listen,
Yeah,
we got like a month. We got a month. I just have to stay off.
Yep.
I clicked everything. No, do not watch. Do not watch. On
Yep.
my YouTube, every time something comes up for that, I'm uninterested. Don't bring up anything on this game because I know somebody's gonna put up a stupid picture.
YouTube
And like,
algorithm
here you
is
go.
like more. Yes, more.
I put uninterested for like 5 different videos on it. Like, nah, stop. I don't want any pictures of this at all. It's crazy.
Oh man, I would go watch it, dude. Don't build up your hype. You're gonna be upset.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna just play
I'm
it.
just a hater, dude.
I'm looking.
A hater.
He said, "I'm a hater. I'm a hater."
I'm a big time hater, dude, because of the just from the trailers. I'm not spoiling anything. The direction they're going, just from the trailers, kind of shows what the game is. It's not The Last of Us 2 that was on the PS3. I mean, The Last of Us, the original one on the PS3. That was game changer. That was a shit, especially since it took place like near home, like in Austin. Some of the signs you see San Antonio, I'm like, dude, that's like my home.
shit.
Like it kind of shows a little town. So I got the feel of that game, but
We shall find
I'm
out.
not looking forward
Yes.
to the second one. I'm
But-
a hater on it.
What I saw about, like they said, what did they say about? They said that the person who hacked it was a hacker, not someone who worked for them, and they just got into their servers and then put it out, basically.
Right.
So
That's what I last heard.
that's all.
I think Jason Schreier may have said something of that, but I'm not a big fan of Schreier either. So
So that's all. That's all
knows?
we'll say about it.
Let's move on to that news, y'all.
Yeah, man. Let's get into that news, man. Let's see what's going out there today.
Okay, so Ubisoft officially announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Valhalla,
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Wow.
Oh, you mean God of War?
Yeah, I love it when he
Valhalla.
pauses before hard to pronounce things. He
Hey,
said,
it's not English.
he said Assassin's Creed.
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
It's like an exhale.
I also like
It's like an exhale.
Valhalla.
La 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 la. For Christmas, y'all.
Wow.
For Christmas.
Wow.
But
This guy.
but it's a Viking. You're a Viking.
Yes.
Viking.
It's not Assassin's Creed.
How do I feel about that? How do you guys feel about it? It's Assassin's Creed about a Viking.
Yeah, it's not. I don't.
Well, listen, I'm an Assassin's Creed guy. I play almost all the Assassin's Creed games. I think the last Assassin's Creed game was officially Unity. That was the last one, in my opinion. That was Assassin's Creed. A lot of people complain about that one because of the glitches. I didn't have any glitches in the one that I played, so I have no complaints about it. I thought it was the best Assassin's Creed. I liked Origin. Different fighting style, did not feel like an Assassin's Creed game. Odyssey, the last one, that was
300?
not that was 300.
300.
That was 300. That game was 300.
300. The
Someone
game.
wanted to make 300. There was no hidden blade in the game.
No.
There was no hidden blade in the game.
What about a
They
hood?
said it's in the new one.
There was a hidden blade in the game.
No, there wasn't. There was a spear.
There
was a
wasn't?
spear. in the shape of it. There's a it was a broken spear. Yeah, that you upgraded, but there was no it wasn't a hidden blade.
Did you get a hood at least?
There was a hood, but there's no point to them. There's no point to it
Because it didn't make sense
because
in the
the
time
armor.
period.
well, the armor was a lot better than the hood. So why even equip the hood?
I was thinking like historically, it doesn't make sense to wear a hood in that time period. I don't know.
I mean,
as
like,
a 300
what the
game, it was dope though. But
no, it was a great game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game, but it wasn't Assassin's Creed. But when I saw this Valhalla, I'm like, all right, from the trailer, I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like Assassin's Creed. Obviously, they showed somebody in the shadows wearing the hood and shit like that, and the character did have the hidden blade.
They said there's a blade in it,
and they said the hidden blade is back. I'm like, okay, that's a good thing. And I don't know enough of the game to hate on it already, but from what I see, I'm like,
when they start adding like ships and pirates,
I think it starts to move away. It starts to move away from it, in my opinion. So I'll give it a chance. I guarantee I'll probably enjoy it, but it's not Assassin's Creed now.
I'm picky with Assassin's Creed, man.
Unity's the best. I'm telling you. People will fight me on that.
I stopped playing 3 because I was like, I
love 3.
I was bored to death with that one.
The beginning was an hour and a half of boredom at the beginning.
Oh my god, I couldn't get into it, man.
I thought it was the same as Uncharted 3. The same way that started.
The pacing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the pacing was out of whack.
Yeah, that was the problem with part 3. But this one, I mean, the trailer looked good. Whenever you have a trailer with dope graphics and everything, I just sit there and I'm like, okay,
Well,
all right,
this
dope
game,
graphics. Okay, what else? What else?
They said this is another game that is going to be playable on the new systems with just buying this one, at least for Xbox. Okay. You buy this one, you could play the upgraded one on the new system.
You heard that, Chalk? You heard that?
So you don't have to buy it again. But
Shut up. Anyway, from the chat, California Refugee said the last Assassin's Creed I cared about was 2. Nobody wants to climb shit just to dive off of it over and over and over and over and over again.
2 was dope, though.
I gotta say that last Assassin's Creed I played was part 2. Like, they got too silly, man. I can't keep up with them. There's way too many of them. Like, I'm a fan of Ubisoft a little bit, but I'm more into Watch Dogs than
a lot of people have that complaint about it, and I can't argue that whatsoever. I like medieval shit with like swords and like killing people like that. Like, so I'm always intrigued about the Assassin's Creed series. The story always fucks with me, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what's going on since part 2, so I don't care anymore about the story, to be honest. I'm like, I just want a nice fighting system, and and like have it be fun, and that's all I really care about. But
you don't want a diving simulator?
Actually, I don't even go to those because those are just like those things uncover more parts of the map, and I honestly don't care too much of. Like, it's not that significant where I'm like, oh, I gotta do this again. I gotta jump off a building again. Like, no,
I actually like that, man.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's like whatever.
Now because the view now that the graphics are so improved, like the view that you see when you're at the top of any of those towers, it's so.
But which
the
one?
only Assassin's Creed that I played was the one that was a DLC for Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, get out of here!
that was it.
Stop. Wait, what?
That was it.
Nah, but I'll tell you one thing though. One thing is, what was it? Assassin's Creed. Brotherhood, I think, was it Xbox 360. That was incredible. That was dope. And I'll tell you why that's like has a special place in my heart. It's because you could plug in your iPod at the time to your 360 and make your own soundtrack. So every time that I would go assassinate somebody, I would play Phil Collins' "Air of the Night," and I would always wait till like the beat drops to actually kill the guy. This shit's amazing. It's fucking amazing, dude. This is the best. Try it out. Everyone out there needs to try it one time before you knock it, and it's the best experience
I had
in the world.
playlists for like so many different games, man.
You can do it from Spotify on the new one still.
Really?
Yeah,
but it's gotta be through Spotify, though.
Yeah, no.
I did that with I did Spotify when I played State of Decay 2. I played like the Walking Dead soundtrack. That was dope. It actually worked out pretty well. But
not as good as those systems, but it's still you can still do it.
Phil Collins' "Air of the Night," Assassin's Creed.
Yo, that's amazing.
So this announcement didn't really do it for me, but I was just waiting for them to do like a ninja. I'm waiting for like an Asian, like I want to be a ninja assassin. Make that as an Assassin's Creed. If you want to get all sense.
You want that shit in Japan, don't you?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Wait, didn't they have like a little short film for like when they had the for Ezio.
I think they had like
Oh.
the 2D games.
They had like something
Yeah.
that you watch though. It wasn't something
was
you
it?
play. Yeah,
Really?
it showed the fate of Ezio.
So that means they were thinking about it.
And
they didn't
I think
do it?
he made friends with like some girl, and she was. I think it was like some Japan, like ninja shit.
I want a ninja
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. That's all I want.
I feel like that was like a mobile game or something. I
But
don't know.
no, it was the actual thing you watch. It was on what the fuck was it? Turbo knows because we watched it, and it was like a side story thing. But you don't play it; you just watch it. It's like a
Yeah,
cartoon.
Oh,
Disappointing.
But
But hopefully this comes out good. I mean, it is what it is. We'll see how it stands up. To
bring
the
back
Assassin's Creed.
multiplayer, man. Bring back multiplayer.
Who knows? It might be. You might be having a whole army.
Hey, that'd be dope. Word.
It's a new generation. Man.
Then all of us can play at the same time. You know, what I'm saying?
150.
Yeah.
Get 150 of your friends and just rage war.
Dude, I just had a flashback of Brotherhood where you can freaking the command. You can command the troops.
Oh, you could send your dudes. Yeah,
Send people out to kill.
That was
people.
dope.
Oh, I love that. game.
dope. No, Brotherhood was.
I gotta play that again.
It's in the top 2 that I've played for Assassin's Creed. But no, they went away from it.
No.
They definitely went away from it, unfortunately. Chuck, you a Assassin's Creed fan?
Of course,
are?
man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played the last two, man.
What do you
He played the
mean?
last two.
I don't know. He'd be quiet about that shit.
What are you talking
guy.
about? I was streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
You were?
Like, a
Yeah.
little bit of it.
Now he's always getting his ass. He's always
Yeah.
getting his ass kicked in Street Fighter and all that shit. So I don't
I knew
even.
you were going there. I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna say that. Fucking God.
Yo, I love setting them up.
I knew he was gonna say that too.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Oh man.
Trash.
So moving on to the next news.
All right. Massive Nintendo leak reveals all about the Wii. Stuff in the way. There's stuff in the way. Generation.
Ain't nothing in the way.
Jeez, man. Can't read this.
He can't read.
No, Kid
Sound it out. Sound it out.
Kid Icarus is all up in the way with his wings right here. Generation source code, the design files, and much more.
I need to get you like a special monitor.
Listen, I'm usually in the middle, so I can see that screen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So if you want to read it, you sit in the middle. And read.
Hey, you always. you
Jay,
got
we
the
just want to
news,
make
man.
fun of you. That's
Yeah.
all we want to do, man.
I like it when you read.
So that's what I'm here for.
yeah.
It's fun.
Fine, let's get on with the news. So there was a massive leak of Nintendo source code for the Nintendo 64, the GameCube, and the Wii. Nintendo. Shut up.
Wow.
Nintendo hired a company named Broadon to work on the IQ, which was the Nintendo 64 player in China.
Yep.
Broadon servers were hacked, and the information was posted on a message board. It was 4chan, if y'all don't know. It's very popular and kind of evil message board.
Yeah.
But for the Wii, they got the Wii's bootloader sequence, which that
That's
you can copy everything now.
it. Yeah.
It says they have ways to run. They have ways to run code off a SD card. You can add features to the operating system. All the chip info can now be reproduced, and it can be bootlegged, or the hardware can be emulated through FPGA. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon because that's
No.
pretty hard to do, but it's possible now, and it's illegal, of course. So we don't know if it'll actually happen. And for the GameCube, the internal docs were found out. Physical layout of the DVDs and copy protection have all been broken. And for Nintendo 64, the IQ player's copy protection has been broke also. So this info can be used as a reference to improve and tweak processes for emulators and stuff like that if you want to use it legally. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out because Nintendo, they're not cool with any of this, obviously. And if anyone who is using it for emulators and stuff uses the code, it can kill the project because any open source project, like any system, you can't make a system with anything of this in it.
Yeah.
Because they'll cancel it. The second they see their code in it, it's over. So it's not really going to benefit the emulation scene. But like I said, if they take a part of it and say, "Oh, this is how they do it," I'll reverse engineer it since I know how they did it, and then I can improve this open source thing. That's how it'll improve. But it's messed up,
It's
man.
a dicey situation, man.
So instead of WikiLeaks, you got your WiiLeaks.
Yeah. WiiLeaks.
Yeah, but I mean that's crazy how much they found out on that and how long it's been like you couldn't touch what Nintendo had.
Nope.
And now all of a sudden it's just out there because of this one little controller. It's like this QI thing. It's this IQ controller. It looked like a spaceship.
All
It
because
looked like
of
the Millennium Falcon.
all because of the gaming laws that they have in China, man.
Mhm.
Because what was it? They had for like the last 20 years or something. They couldn't
They
you
have
couldn't-
consoles. They had to
you
make a
couldn't
fake
have
console.
a console unless it was educational. So they made this like I remember that one console. It was like a computer, legit computer. It had the keyboard and everything, but it was basically an NES, an original NES.
Wow.
Within it,
Was it a family computer?
I like what you did there. Yeah, it's
Famicom. Yeah.
Famicom. Yeah.
Famicom.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was the only way that they can sell it.
Well, it came back to bite them in the ass.
Obviously.
So we'll see what happens with this. I mean, speaking of which, did you play? Actually,
What?
we'll talk about that later.
All
So
right.
yeah, but
All right, we'll move on.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you why I'm excited about this. Is I know you said something about the emulation, but I've read already other channels that are excited because of the reverse engineering from the emulation scene, especially if you guys do any emulation, which I talked to you guys.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys do
Yeah, we do.
with the RetroPrite 3B or anything. You know, it's the limitations of the hardware. That's a little bit, but the emulation has always been bad on the Nintendo 64.
Yep.
No matter what, you can
Yeah.
get a couple of the first party games, but some of those third party, they just don't understand how I guess the source code in it. So
well,
I'm excited because I like emulation. I'm a big fan of it, and the Nintendo 64 is my favorite system, and it's the only system that I have a shitload of games for because of emulation. So if they get that shit figured out, I'm happy. So that source leak code, when I saw that, I was all about damn time. Hopefully these guys figure something out.
if they
with
reverse
it.
engineer it, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But if they use the code at all,
Yeah.
then you can kiss that emulator goodbye.
Yeah.
It's illegal to
Yeah,
even have
I'm
it
sure
out
they
there.
will. The hackers could make something out of nothing.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing about
I don't know.
Nintendo 64 is with the resolution, whenever you run that higher resolution, like 4K or 1080p, then you get seams in every little square, so it looks like shit. it looks
It
sharper.
looks bad.
It looks sharper, but it just breaks the system.
Because it's not meant for it.
Yeah, so if they could figure out how to get that to move with it, then we dope.
But I've heard that Eon adapter, that HDMI, that it looks pretty good. Some of the games, I don't know what they did with it. I don't know. I play my shit on the CRT because I have the original hardware. But if they can make that HD somehow, man, because something about the 64, it was the beginning of the 3D era when the games looked like shit. The developers didn't know what they were doing, but they were great games, man. You could tell they put their heart and soul in some of those. So
They're all
I don't
right.
know. I like the 64.
They're all right.
There's a lot of shitty games.
Well, that was
Dude,
rare. That was rare in
that's-
their prime, though.
Yeah.
That was rare in their prime.
Yeah, it was rare when they were good, man. Dude, the controls on the first-person shooters are horrible. Man. Like, GoldenEye is bad.
But that was like the
GoldenEye.
first
I just-
mainstream multiplayer ones.
GoldenEye, man.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye was the first one.
GoldenEye is a classic. I still have fond memories of that game.
I like shitty games. So I like
It's
those
a ch-
shitty
there's a-
64
there's
games.
charm.
There is a charm.
There's a charm
to
with
like
some
a
shitty
good
games.
Everybody has a game that no one else likes.
Some
but
people-
but you like it because it's like, damn, I don't know why I like this stupid
Yeah.
game.
Some people like
Everyone
Turok.
hates it.
Some people.
like
Yeah.
Turok. Turok's badass.
Hey, there you go.
Badass.
We found one.
I love that. I'm the only one that gives great. What are you talking about, man? I hate it.
Some people like Torque. Oh, we
Killer
found one.
Instinct 2, the best version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It's oh my
Actually,
god, Mario
it's
Kart.
true.
Trilogy
Okay,
is
no,
so
you're
good.
right
I
about
gotta deal with,
that.
bro.
No, you're right about the
Hey,
Mortal Kombat.
Haters, man.
Yo, we got his. We hit his button.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Hit the button.
So we just got to
What
insult
other games were-
Turok. There
That's
we
it.
go.
We got it now.
Turok's great, and on the Switch, it looks really good. I don't care what you guys
It is
say.
out.
It's really
1 and 2
good.
is out for the
1 and
Switch.
2 on the Switch.
Somehow.
Recommend.
wait,
that
They're
game.
on a limited run, I think.
Wait, it's out for the Switch?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, right here, Turbo saying the 64 controller was horrendous. You know what? As much as people want to say the Retro Fighter controller is the shit, you know which one the Retro Fighters is, right? Have you guys seen that one?
with
I'll show it to you guys.
Oh, you got it? Oh,
Retro Fighter
shoot.
controller.
That's what's up.
Aha. The new one.
Ooh.
That's the new one they made for it.
A modern one.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's pretty dope.
Oh, okay.
And this controller is it looks
How's
great.
that
You know,
D-pad,
people
though?
were talking like this was like the next best controller. And as much as I play with it, it doesn't go with modern games. I have shitload of I have a couple of third-party controllers, but I just go back to this ugly motherfucker.
You know,
I like it.
You know, I'll kind of agree with
mean-
you on that because, like, there's something. Yeah, the N64 has a hideous controller, but for some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I didn't have any issues with that controller when playing games.
The games are made directly
made
for
for
it.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's very weird. It's just it looks like
Designed for it.
looks like a jacked up ninja star. Like
It's an odd way to hold that, man.
It's like a claw.
yeah, like it's. But I don't know. When I played Smash Bros. The first one, I didn't have any issues playing with that, which is odd.
Yeah, dude.
But GameCube definitely counts.
How is that new controller though?
GameCube. Oh, it's good, dude. It just feels cheap, dude. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, but if you come across it and you want to try it, thing is like playing games like GoldenEye. I'm so used to that little trigger on the bottom. If you try to play like a modern game, it's weird. But it's all right, dude. I mean, it supports the Rumble and all that and memory cards. It's all right.
What about the direction pad? Is it
Trash. That looks like trash.
It's a regular one. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Oh wait, I can't.
It looks
even
like the Xbox D-pad from the old one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the 6
I
hours
see.
too much.
Mhm.
Got that click. When
Yeah.
Kind of mushy.
Can it play Street Fighter with the D-pad?
There's no Street Fighter in the 64, so
damn it.
you know what? You're getting me to want to hate the 64.
Well, it had
Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Mortal Kombat
Tetris
4.
on the 64 was
Not many
good too.
fighters in
That's
Killer
the
Instinct. Those
test
are my
right there.
favorite
Can it
ones.
play Street Fighter? Because I know who can't, and that's Big Chocolate.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Dude, I want to get a piece of Big Chalk too, man. He's fun to beat, man.
Bring
I want to do it on stream like you, Eric, man. I want that on stream because I'll play it on my channel over and
there you
over,
go.
man. I'll make a little gif about it, like the last.
Yo.
Oh man.
Yo, that's what we gotta have. We have to have Sticks go against Jason, and then we gotta have Chalk go against Jason. There we go.
Yeah.
Gotta get a tournament going.
Yeah, tournament. I'll
Yeah,
join
yeah,
it.
tournament.
Even though I'm not the best, I'll join too. I'll fuck with it. I mean, I beat up Chalk.
Which
I
one
shouldn't be that
has?
bad.
Which one has a tournament? Well, actually,
Yo, you're trash. You're trash. You're not good. You're a liar. You're a fraud, and you're a coward, and you refuse to play any other fighting game against me except for Smash Brothers. What is wrong with you? You talk so much shit. Back it up.
I think we hit it. I think we broke Chalk, man. I think we broke him, man.
well
Is
maybe,
he over Chalk over here?
well maybe with these leaks we can get like a Street Fighter the movie game bought out for the 64.
Yes.
And
Street
then
Fighter the movie.
You know, all
That'd
right.
be great.
Did you say Street Fighter the movie, the game, or is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
That is one of my favorite Street Fighters. Everyone thinks it fucking sucks. I fucking love it. I am a sucker for digitized fucking graphics. That's why I
Wow.
like Mortal Kombat. I will play the fuck out of
Wow.
Street Fighter the movie. That on the
So
arcade.
you like-
Don't play the
Really?
PS1 version. That version sucks. You gotta play the arcade main board. That game is the shit. I
Wow.
fucking love it.
I told you we found them.
Damn.
We found them.
Found
We
the
found
guy.
them. We found them.
So you like digitized graphics? So you like the?
Yes, I'm a sucker for Pit
I was just
Fighter.
gonna say
Yeah,
Pit Fighter.
Pit
I was
Fighter,
gonna. So you
yes.
like Pit Fighter?
Play Pit Fighter now. Ooh.
Yo, Ty was my boy in that game.
You know what?
I did
there
like
was
Pit Fighter.
it got me so mad. I was actually angry. There was a Kickstarter. Some company was gonna make a fighting game with digitized
Yes.
fucking people.
Yes.
All old school. It looked
Yes.
great. They had a little demo on PC ready going, and I backed them up. I was all excited for this, and they actually raised money to get Jax from Mortal Kombat. He was gonna be a character.
I didn't know about
I was
that.
all, and you could pay $1,000 if you wanted to be in the game, which
Get
is
outta
cheap.
here.
I think it was $1,000
To
bucks,
be
something like
immortalized
that.
in the game.
And I was like, man, they could make you into a fighter. I wanted to, but I was like, okay, whatever. I waited, and they canceled. They didn't get enough money. I'm like,
Dude, I remember.
Am I the only one that likes these digitized, cheap ass fucking characters? I don't know. It's just a thing with me. WrestleMania, the arcade game, great game.
I'm still waiting for
Retrosoft Studios. I
I'm still
love
waiting
that.
for Retrosoft to put me in the damn wrestling game, man. What's going on, Retro?
You're not that
I want you in a wrestling game because you don't fight because you're mad trash.
There you go.
Hey, Retrosoft Studios, are they the same ones that are making that new wrestling game? or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that on Twitter. They posted that it was originally going to be YouTubers. Was
Yeah,
that a
no,
joke? or-
that's
Yeah.
like an April Fools. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been badass.
I wish it was like a code that you could still get them in there,
Yeah, I mean, I see the sprites in there. Yeah,
God.
and then you can get us in there.
yeah, hell yeah. We'd be like DX, man.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So awesome, dude. I mean, just to watch the YouTubers go at it, that would be awesome. I wish they would do something with that. Like, I know they can. Do something. Put the YouTubers
Yeah,
on there.
that'd be
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta get Tommy versus Pat.
Yeah, Tommy versus Pat.
Oh man, it had
Oh,
Pat
shit.
there.
That would be the
Pat
grudge
was in
match,
the corner.
man.
I was like,
That'd be the
Smash
grudge
JT
match.
in there.
Smash
throw him in
JT
there.
as a special guest ref.
Yeah, man. Review Tech
Hey, he looks like a
USA.
ref, right? He would look a good
Yeah,
ref.
Smash JT looks like a
a
damn
good
ref. I
ref.
swear to God, he looks like a wrestling ref.
It'd be good.
He looks like a ref.
Retrosoft Studios just said work.
Yeah,
Slowly,
my
guys.
man.
Slowly.
Awesome.
My man.
Thank you.
Oh wow. because when I saw Pat, he even has the book
Yes,
right
yes,
there
yes,
with the detail.
Yes.
With a certain NES
Yes.
guidebook. They went to detail.
You saw him. He had
DLC. Oh my
That
god.
would be fun. That would be fun.
All right, I love Retrosoft Studios now. They're
Wait,
gonna-
level 857 is gonna be DLC?
It's gonna happen.
Yep.
It's gonna happen. You heard it here first. Look at me spreading
Dude,
rumors.
Smash JT's a ref, dude. Oh my god.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
That
someone
would be
tells
sick.
Smash.
Bro, his ears are probably all ringing and hot.
Yo,
right
Smash JT is
Yeah.
calling us to be a WWE ref, man. He'd be amazing. He would be amazing. He looks like he'd be perfect. It just clicked in my head. It'd be perfect.
That's a good video topic. We should let him know.
Yes.
They can have the same move sets as some of the wrestlers. You don't gotta go crazy.
Now you gotta go crazy.
No,
No.
Oh, that'd be so
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We gotta talk.
All right.
As to get back on topic.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, it's too much fun.
All right. So, a season
Maybe
of
it's a-
what's up? Oh, all right.
I was reading the chat with Retrosoft. Oh, anyways, what were you
A
saying?
season of digital video game events from publishers and much more from the comfort of home. So we're talking about
Yes.
the Summer Game Fest.
Yes.
So
I'm excited
Bring it
for
on.
that. Screw E3. Hey, what's his name is involved with this, right? The
Jeff Keighley.
Jeff.
Jeff Keighley is involved with
Yeah.
this. Yes,
Jeff
he
Keighley.
has set up something that's gonna be for the entire summer, basically.
That's dope.
It's let's see, I got the description right here.
Yes.
So, what is Summer Game Fest? So, Summer Game Fest is a new all-digital way to unite the gaming community for a season of video game news and events from game developers and publishers, and they will feature digital news events, playable content, in-game events, and other surprises you can experience for free from the comfort of your home.
I like free.
See, that's awesome, man.
So, I mean, Jeff
Yeah.
Jeff was against what they were going to do with E3 this year, so he decided against it. And
Yeah.
this was always
remember
the
that.
plan instead of that, because there is a better way to do E3 now than the usual way. And
Digital.
to do this digitally, especially in the situation that we're in, is giving an outlet to all these publishers to actually and developers to get their, get the news out and help us, do it the right way.
On their own terms
Yeah.
when it's ready.
So, and it's all summer. So I'm looking forward to it, and we can get some demos, we get some new releases, and he's got from the Game Awards, how many exclusives he got for that.
Right.
So imagine what he can do in E3 time.
It's crazy because remember the old days when it was like the summer, it was like the dead. There was like no games in the summer. Remember, it was like there were like
Yeah.
gaming droughts. In the
Well,
summer,
E3
but
was
now-
always the same, about the
Yeah.
same time as in June.
Yeah, but
But
then
there was no game
there
release.
was
Well, they're not
nothing.
actually releasing anything as
no,
far
but,
as now.
but
But
demos and stuff like that. And this is
yeah.
good, man.
No,
This
it's
is
something
all-
to do. It's gonna be
Yeah.
something to do. I
It's
wish
awesome.
it was right now. But actually, I think it's starting tomorrow. Actually,
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So
Sweet.
we're looking forward to that, definitely. Because I remember they had like an E3 app that you could download on your Xbox and stuff like that, and it used to have like demos, playable demos that were released that day,
Right.
and all the news released on there. But it's hard to follow because
Yeah.
it was just a mess the way they were released, trailers and everything all at the same time. So now this is going to be more. Okay, these guys are going to do this at this time. These guys are going to do this at this time. They're going to have like a map for you to follow, and since it's the whole time, they don't have to do everything in 3 days.
Well, didn't they fuck up last year? Didn't they fuck up and release everybody's information? Oh, that was that
At E3, yeah.
At E3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Last year,
Yeah.
it's like
What
oh,
days
man.
yeah.
that they're gonna be?
Huh?
Like what would they fuck?
No,
up?
they released like
Like
everybody that-
emails and all your
Oh,
info,
shit.
like personal information.
personal
fuck.
info, like the people that signed up to go and yeah.
So that was the first blemish on E3.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why a lot of people didn't want to mess with them right now anyway.
Yeah.
But now companies, I want to see what they do.
Right.
I want to see what this is actually going to be. Is this going to be the death knell for E3? Is this like, if this going to be so good that E3 is like, we got fucked
I want
up.
to be
Yeah.
something that we could watch
It might
live.
just
Though.
be.
It might just be. I think it will.
I want to be something that we could watch live, so we can like get
They
the
will
live
have
reaction.
some.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have live.
Oh,
They
they
won't
will?
Yeah.
have an audience though.
Right.
No,
I
I
mean-
just want to like film some shit, like us watching it and stuff.
No,
like
they'll
that.
have a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
They'll announce when they're doing it and stuff like
Yes.
that, so people can watch it and have their reactions and stuff like that. So
Dope.
It's bittersweet, man. It's bittersweet.
It's only because
for
you
me,
didn't go to E3.
Because you can't. Well, the thing is, like, we were planning on going this year,
Man, you better work.
and
You
it's
better
like
work out.
we wanted to meet.
You better work out going to Tokyo Game Show then,
Yeah, right. I'm getting my tickets
or
to
something
Japan.
else. But
But,
what do you
yeah.
think? What do you think of this?
Oh, sorry. There's fighting words in the chat. Tekken is greater than Street Fighter. The only time
Pause.
Tekken is this game. The only time I play Tekken. Other than that, Tekken 7. But anyways, no. I'm sorry because I was distracted. But what do I think about the whole thing with the summer events thing or Summer Game Fest? I think it's amazing. I think that's the way to go because E3 is getting dead, and especially with the shit that they're doing now, the whole leaking of what happened last year, and just people are tired of it, man. I think streaming is the way to go. Nintendo Direct did it, PlayStation did it, Xbox has been doing it. It's like this is just the way to go, man. I mean, it would be fun to go to the event, going to LA, wherever it's gonna go to, but Jeff Keighley's the man. He had that. He hosts his awards. He's the man, dude. Wow. I think it's gonna go well, and I'm excited for it because everyone was kind of down about E3, but maybe this is why Nintendo's been quiet. Why Nintendo hasn't had a direct in how long? I laugh at the drought, by the way. I'm one of those haters. But maybe this is the reason because they want to explode and do something with this. Unless they're gonna do it their own direct, but maybe they're involved. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know what to expect. I think it's gonna be better. In
I think not knowing what to expect is a good thing. You know, like a lot of people, there's too much shit that gets leaked and so many, these rumors, this, and that. It's like, you know what? Enough of the rumors. Right. When it's out, when things come out, they come out, and it's more exciting that way.
Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is gonna? We can speculate all day about what we think is gonna happen.
I think there's gonna be a new Turok, man. I don't know.
Well,
new Turok.
One thing's for sure. You said the Game Awards, man. That needs to change.
Well, I mean, if there's anyone who can, I know
that was a giant advertisement, man.
If there's anyone who has this, had the power to get everybody together to do this,
it's Jeff Keighley.
Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
So, I mean, regardless of how the awards have been recently and all that, he still gets all the exclusive. I mean, they weren't that great this year, but maybe they were holding off because he has bigger things planned for this.
Yeah.
And you don't want a whole bunch of little tiny games. You want something big.
Right.
So he's probably like, you know what? I got something for the summer. Shh. Don't do it for this.
Right.
It's not coming out until Christmas anyway. Just do it over the summer. We got this.
It's a good idea.
Xbox, we got the PlayStation. Hold on. So we'll see. We'll see if any of that happens. I'm not going to speculate and say, they will announce the PlayStation and all this stuff.
Well, Xbox will be one day.
Xbox will be a half hour, and then they're like,
a half hour. Yeah, we got
Halo. All right, next.
They're gonna bully you.
Announcing stuff with their next system, though. Of course, they would never have games, but I mean,
powerful.
They'll be so powerful, though. The system is so powerful.
Listen, they're gonna show like 3 systems.
They're supposed to have another one, right? The Lockhart and all this, like. What are you guys doing? Just release one.
Series L, man. Series L.
I'm still yet to believe that there's a Lockhart. I don't know. Right, just a second.
And dude, I gotta find. I found the. I can't find it on my computer. The Photoshop I did with the Xbox.
Xbox Series L.
Yeah. Microsoft taking L's. They made a system out of that.
Not yet.
Series L. Man.
I got it in my back pocket.
But that's why they're not coming out the Lockhart. That's the Series L.
Yeah. Well, as far as we know.
Whatever.
The naming is going to confuse people when they go buy an Xbox, man. It's like people that don't know games, like, grandparents, mothers.
It's a nightmare.
Listen, I think if they do have another one coming out, I think it should come out a year after or 2 years after as a cheaper version or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a while.
Don't do it right away.
Yeah. That's all right. They don't have games now.
They got Crackdown 4 somewhere coming in.
Damn. Dude, no, they don't.
That hype was crazy, right? With Crackdown, this last one that came out.
Let's talk about that.
Xbox fans were acting like, it's the shit.
Chalk, that was Chalk.
That was all Chalk.
Chalk was like, Crackdown's coming out.
Crackdown.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever, man.
You like that one?
That was like a 360 game.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? I was mad amped about it too, and then. I've had Game Pass for almost like a year now. I still haven't.
That's sad, man. Damn.
It's a hard knock life right there.
That's sad.
Nah, I remember when.
No, it is what it is. That's what it is. That's it.
Hey, on a serious note, was that the last game the Xbox got? Their last exclusive?
That was the last. That was the last one that had a CD.
And Gears Tactics. Why you just?
That had a DVD.
Gears Tactics.
Is that just digital? I'm talking about with a DVD.
Yeah. Physical copy.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Gears 5, damn, that game is old already, man.
Whatever.
Could be a year old and stuff. That. Hey, the thing about Xbox is they totally knocked out Marcus, right? I don't like the way they did him dirty like that, dude. Marcus was a man. We're old people, man. We grew up with Gears 1, 2, and 3 broke our heart, but dude, we're old school, man. And during this pandemic, Microsoft put something like stay at home, be a hero. And they said something, they were going through like, Master Chief, and they put Kate for Gears of War. I'm like,
No,
man, that's disrespect.
That's disrespect.
I mean, Kate's the main
shit. That's why I don't
character
like
of
Gears
Gears 5. I mean, I agree. I mean, I understand they knocked Marcus out, but he's like the older generation. But he's still around.
Man, that's
he should be
That's
the
the
man,
guy,
just
man.
like the God of
They
War.
could have been standing
He's the
together.
face of.
that's like throwing Kratos in the back, man. You can't, can't do that.
It's all his
Kratos
son.
is old as fuck in the UN,
Come on.
and he's badass. You can be a badass and be old. That's a new thing.
Hell yeah.
True.
Support your peeps, Charles.
Yo, why is everyone saying Xbox got no games? No one asked.
Reyes, I love Reyes.
Listen,
Reyes
they're
is
gonna announce
awesome.
all the
He's
games.
a hater. I love Reyes.
Oh shit!
They're gonna announce all the games tomorrow.
All
We'll see.
All
Oh,
the,
you mean all two of them?
Yo,
Alright,
you said
whatever,
that plural,
man.
man. You meant game.
Hey,
tomorrow.
that'll be bigger than what they did this year. So 2020.
Yo,
is
next
their year.
next piece of news.
That's right now.
All right, moving on, man. We got the last.
That next piece of news. So mad.
So we got some Nintendo news.
Yay.
Nintendo will delay
Yay.
its typical E3 Direct broadcast in June. So we cannot. Everyone's looking forward to a June Direct. That's bad news. And people go crazy over Directs, and they feel obligated that they have to have a Direct now, and they know when the Direct happens.
Spoiled.
Not Nintendo, who makes these things. You know what you need for Directs? You need games. So if you don't have games for it, you can't just put out a Direct, people. So just relax on that.
Yeah, we know. That's why Xbox has no direct. I get it. I keep going.
Come
We're
on.
talking about Nintendo. See, this is our time to get Nintendo now.
Yes. All right. I remember last year E3. I'm not even an Xbox fan, and can you guys hear me?
Yep. Mhm.
Yes.
All right, just making sure. All right, I'm not an Xbox fan, but it was all about Xbox to me because they showed the new system. I'm a Halo fan. I got chills watching the cinematic trailer of Halo. It was like, even with Gears 5, it looked like it was going to be good before it even came out. But anyways, I was all into Xbox. I thought Xbox won E3. Dude, I got torn up on my YouTube because I said that. People are like, Nintendo, oh my God, so many games.
Shit.
What am I going to do with all these games? I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. I was getting pissed off because I love Nintendo, but I hate the way the fans act, man. They act entitled, and they act like they were the shit because we won E3, and all this shit.
Man,
now,
elitist nonsense.
yes. Oh my God.
It's like,
Don't even make me say racist.
It's like,
Elitist.
Gamers are racist.
You racist gamers?
Those
What?
elitist switchers, Nintendo. Because I don't want to put them in the same category. Nintendo. All right, it's like, all right, I'm going off topic, but it's like in the fighting game scene, we hate Smash people.
Yes,
man.
yes,
act
they do.
different.
Yes,
They act,
Yep.
But anyways,
Yeah.
But back to the Nintendo thing, is just the way they act, man. They need the direct, and they're like, oh my God, Nintendo drought. Look at Xbox. They've had a drought for 2 years. They're not complaining. They're loving it. You talk to Xbox fan, they think it's the best system. Look at Chuck. He's not mad. There's no games. He ain't mad. He loves his Xbox. Why can't Nintendo fans do the same thing when they get no games? They're entitled.
They just
Right,
they just got Animal Crossing. Like just got it. And according to
Yes,
people, that's
they
an
just gotta
amazing
enjoy it.
game.
yeah.
So they don't care apparently because it wasn't in direct, but they had their own. Actually, I think it was they had their own direct for that. They had a mini direct. They had a indie direct, but Nintendo Direct didn't happen, so they're mad. So I mean, everybody assumed it was going to be June because E3,
Right.
and there's no E3, so you figured they'd have something planned for June, but not if it doesn't benefit them. What if they had to announce, oh, this game is coming out in 2 years? Like, what does it matter if they're going to say it in June or September if it's coming out in 2 years?
If it's not coming out soon, then don't announce shit.
Everybody's like, oh, it's got to be Metroid. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. Stop saying
hate
it's
the-
going to be anything.
They had to start from scratch because they didn't like the way Metroid was coming out. So it's
Right.
like you want them to announce something that's already coming out, but they don't know when the fuck it's coming out. What's the point of even announcing it again?
They
don't have anything.
But they
They have to
expect them to
scrap it.
have something.
Yeah, it's like-
they expect that that's done, and they're just holding it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Called
Because what's gonna happen if it doesn't come out when they want? You know, when they want it.
It's
Come on.
called entitlement.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Everyone,
They're still crying for Mother 3.
everyone has a backlog.
They're-
All right,
listen,
catch
they-
up on your fucking backlog
That's
before
cool.
wanting more games.
Listen, if they had a direct and they announced the next Kirby, they'd be pissed. They'd be pissed. They'd be like, next Yoshi, next Kirby. You guys happy? No, we're not
man.
happy. You
Only-
didn't give us F-Zero. You didn't give us whatever. But
Hey,
who
man.
knows? Just wait.
all
Just
I
wait.
want is a Punch Out, the Wii Punch Out.
But listen,
That's all I want.
That's all.
That was a
I want
good
that to be
game.
ported over anything. I'll take the port. I'll take
I love it.
a sequel. I don't care. I just want that game.
but then who knows? They might announce it. They might not. But you're not saying it's going to be in the
But I've
next
been waiting
direct.
for like ever.
But the thing is, they said they pushed it back.
Yeah.
They didn't give a date. They said most likely it's going to be probably September, for the holidays, obviously. But I mean, you can figure that out yourself. But they said any third party company doesn't have to wait for them. They don't have to wait for the direct. They can announce all their trailers when they want, how they want. So it's not like you're not going to get 90% of the titles that were going to be in the direct in June, most likely. So just wait. It's probably going to be in the Summerfest, and you'll get all the games that you're looking for, except for your Nintendo first-party games. And just wait. They just did this release for for Mario.
They're not
like they did a crazy release for that.
They're not coming out in the next couple months, so relax. You know, you're not. You know, you don't need to save money right now. You're all right.
But you know what's funny? But you know what's funny though? Even though they haven't done a direct, everyone who loves Nintendo has made the direct in their head already. They're like, next direct they're gonna
Yeah.
have Metroid. Next direct they're gonna have Mario.
Mario,
the Mario Anniversary
64 remake.
And then when they don't announce the stuff,
They hate Nintendo. Then.
then they
crazy.
say, "Oh, Nintendo, you're playing with us. Why are you messing with us?"
Yep.
Yes, and no disrespect, you know, I talk shit about YouTubers, but no disrespect to Spawnwave. But that dude, he'll mention some of the rumors and like of the games coming out, and I even know about him because of him. And he teaches all of us, and the Nintendo fans are expecting games like the rumored ones, the Metroid, and all this, and they get upset, dude. I'm like, dude, no need to get mad, man. When Nintendo's ready to release it, if they even release it, if the rumor's true, they will. If not, oh well. Nintendo's been doing great, man. This is one of their best years coming from the Wii U, and people just feel entitled, man. I fucking love my Switch. I'll talk shit about it. There's stuff wrong with it, but at the end of the day, I love the system.
They're doing good.
Yeah.
They're doing fine.
It's very true, and it's like a lot of these channels. What's the other one that I think it's called Block Content or whatever, and they usually have Smash Brothers updates, tons and tons and tons and tons of Smash Brothers rumors, leak this, leak that. This character's been leaked. This character's been leaked, and then when fucking Byleth fucking came out, they're like. Yeah, everything that you had released was bullshit. All right, all your leaks was bullshit.
dude.
So shut the fuck up.
Dude, you know
and
that-
they still have videos coming out. There's video. There's this person,
Yeah.
this popular leaker said, but you're always fucking wrong. You were right one time 5 characters ago, and people still watch this shit.
Dude.
And then when they finally announce the character. It's like they're going to be mad at Nintendo because this fucking page or this channel said something else. It's like, come on.
Yo,
Speculation is fine. It's fun, but
I love talking about who's going
don't
to be
take
the
it
next.
as gospel.
Yeah,
though.
I love talking about who's going to be the next character in Smash Bros. I love Smash Bros.
Listen,
I'll just wait
rumors-
until Master Chief shows up in Smash.
What's up?
I wish that would
What?
happen. I
Dude,
wish.
Master Chief and Smash.
That's-
I honestly think it's going to happen. If you ask me,
Really?
I think he'll probably be like the last character. If
Wow.
anything, yeah, I honestly think he will.
I can't
Wow.
see it.
Just give me Crash.
I
I always say it. Just
Crash,
give me
I think he has
Just
to.
give me Crash.
He has.
I was
to.
gonna say, going off of what you were saying about the
I
rumors.
feel like Crash is more likely than Master
I was
Chief.
gonna go after what you said about the rumors that are wrong,
Oh.
and you guys can do this as a project. But I got into this kick of researching YouTubers that said, but this is before the before the Switch came out. They were all like made these videos saying how the Switch is gonna fail.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, it's so entertaining to watch, dude.
Oh, there's a
You
ton.
gotta, you
There's
gotta
a ton
watch
of people.
these.
Ton of people.
Because they were completely wrong. They're like, yeah, it's gonna fail. It doesn't even
they-
have this or that.
They were basing it off of the Wii U.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're basing anything off the Wii U,
Yeah.
you're gonna suspect them to be bad
Yeah,
because it didn't do good. Numbers wise, it didn't do the best.
and
so,
that's how rumors start, though.
but then everybody's like, "Oh, I love it." I mean, so hopefully, I mean, people think what they want to.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. But when they think that it's the truth because someone said it and you have no proof, that's when things go wrong.
Make it fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to speculate.
Yeah.
I like to speculate about some stuff, but
never
if I'm
once.
wrong, I'm not gonna get angry about it.
Never-
It's like,
I mean, you could
whatever.
say like you can have like a wish list, like, hey,
Never once.
I wish this would come out. I wish this would happen. But
Never once
not-
did we say Ryu Hayabusa will be in Smash Brothers
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Next direct, he'll be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've never said that.
I'm
No.
praying for it.
I wish it would happen.
I'm
I want
praying.
him to be in there, but
There's a we'd like it to, but if they announce someone else instead, I'm not
right.
gonna say, well, these websites told me
Right.
that he was gonna be.
Especially Smash Brothers, because this is the definition of entitlement. What fighting game has 80-something fucking characters to pick from? You have 80, 81, 83, whatever, and you're complaining that they don't announce this other character that you think is in the game. You fucking bastard. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I agree.
There's
I agree
80-something
1000%.
characters.
so many characters, man.
Like,
Listen, but they don't have Waluigi though.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not playing this.
They don't
now.
have Goku. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
They don't have Goku. You piece of shit. Fuck Nintendo. Go kill yourself.
When has there ever been a Waluigi game? Why would they put him in there?
Hashtag never.
Why are people mad he's not in it now?
I'm sure there is one.
No, there's
No?
no Waluigi
Nothing?
game. No,
No,
he's
not
in.
even
He's
like
in.
a-
no,
he's
not
in
even
like
like a-
Mario Party. He's in Mario Party.
Not his own style.
He's in Mario
Yeah.
Tennis.
Yeah.
Like he's not
Yeah.
in his own game.
You're right. Yeah.
He's an assist trophy in the game. You don't want to use
He's in
him.
the game.
Come on, man.
He's in the game.
Yeah. So people want to use him though.
He's
It's
in
like
the game.
it's like if anything, complaining by Knuckles isn't playable. Bomberman, Alucard.
Alucard, yeah.
You're like, come on, Zero. Yeah, that makes more sense than who gives a fuck about Waluigi? Like, come on, man.
People care, man.
Like,
Like,
see, obviously-
said that
What?
Smash Brothers needs a digitized character.
Yes.
At
They
this
should.
point,
They
do
have
I-
a Mortal Kombat character in there.
Actually, they rumored Scorpion for a minute,
Yeah.
but it's
What?
like
Violent?
kind of-
what are you
Hell.
gonna do? There's no blood.
Nah,
you can't take heads
it's,
off.
It's a family. It's a family game. It's a family.
Listen,
That's what happened to PlayStation All Stars. Is the same shit though.
Mortal Kombat is on Nintendo. They can put him in there.
We lost Jason.
yeah.
shit.
Oh, I thought he was just smiling for a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
I'm like, damn, Jay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, he's back.
He's
Oh, there
back.
it is.
I hear his
All right,
voice.
there we go. He's back. I don't know what happened either, but
Back.
Yo, I always love the freeze frame because you had this big ass smile on your face. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, he's mad entertained right now and hasn't moved.
and
in
none
the
of us
past
fucking
couple
realized.
minutes.
We didn't even realize we're all talking. We're like, yeah, and you're like, you look like you were intrigued, like, yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, this shit dropped.
And Chalk is like, yo, I think his feet is frozen, man. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, it was just in
Dude,
time.
I don't know what happened, man. I'm hardwired too. I was like, oh shoot, and they said no internet. I was like, oh my god.
It happens, man. It happens.
Well, it's just in time for the main topic anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
There it is. Are remakes good or bad for the industry?
Ooh, that fire. I like that fire.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you?
I was born ready.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right, so answer the question.
I was already on
right.
spaghetti.
Are remakes good or bad for the industry? So, if you haven't noticed, we've had very, very big titles that's been released this year that have pretty much been remakes. And, remasters was a thing. And it was super popular as far as bringing like PlayStation 2 games out or PlayStation 3 games out for the PS4. Those are like more like the half-assed remakes. They don't really do anything to it. They just up they just make it widescreen. They add the 1080p resolution. So that's pretty much all they do for those.
Right.
And then they have remakes like Crash Bandicoot was one of them that did extremely popular.
Was that a remaster or remake?
That was a
Remake.
remake.
That was a remake.
Yeah.
They build it from the ground up.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
New graphics, everything.
And, that was one of the first ones that sold ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
Like much more overseas, but
Yeah.
they've
Was
been in
that-
the top 10 for the longest
Was
time.
that before Resident Evil 1 remake for GameCube?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I mean, that was like GameCube still didn't make tons of sales.
Eh.
But I mean, that was the first big one I can remember. I'm sure there's other ones.
Well, they had a timed exclusive with that one too, right?
But I mean, they got Mario All Stars. I mean, it
Oh,
goes
yeah,
back.
yeah.
It goes
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
far,
yeah, yeah.
very far back as far as remakes. But those are exclusives. But this year in general, they had, last year they had Resident Evil 2. This year they had Resident Evil 3. Then we had Final Fantasy 7. Those are all like huge titles and like Game of the Year type contenders.
Yeah.
But they're based off of games that were already
Already
released,
there, yeah.
Right.
which is an odd thing.
Right.
And sequels in general have been like, it's always been a dilemma. Like, oh, all you think about is a sequel. Everybody who says a new game is coming out is a sequel. We never say this new game is coming out because we don't know what the new game is.
Right.
But, you know, it used to be, oh, this sequel, Mega Man 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. All the way to 10. So it's always a sequel. Right. Now it's always a remake. And I was thinking, what happens next generation? Like, do we get a Final Fantasy 7 next generation? Like, I mean, probably will, because that just came out. But do we get another Resident Evil 2 remade? Like, when do the remakes stop?
Well, the thing is with that, because I was thinking about the same thing, because of the Resident Evil 4 rumor, remake rumor. And that, see, I think for the most part, remakes are good because there's like, what do you have? The Link's Awakening, right? That was what was that on the Game Boy?
Yeah.
I mean, those are like, that's so old to, you know, to and a lot of people love that game. And the fact that it's brought out nowadays for everyone to experience the new graphics, that's dope. You know, same thing with the ugly graphics in like the Saturn Panzer Dragoon. You know, you remake Panzer Dragoon on the Switch or, you know, the other systems as well, and it looks dope and people get to experience that. That's awesome. But like, if they're like, oh, let's just remake everything now and try to get as much money as possible, that's when you ruin it. Resident Evil 4 does not need a remake, you know? And if you take, especially Final Fantasy 7 that's just been remade, come on. How much better looking can you get than what that is? You can't. There's like the jump from PS1 to now is a giant jump. The jump from Game Boy to now is a giant jump. You jump from, I'll even say like Xbox 360. It's not really that big of a deal up to now. I mean, you smooth out the polygons a little bit, add the lighting, and then basically that's it. I've played Xbox 360 games that still look dope to this day. So it's like, it's not a big deal. But, you know,
first generation PlayStation games and, you know, Saturn games.
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff
about
like
that. I'm about that.
They were ugly. They don't hold up too well. It's like Atari basically.
Yeah, no, they're
3D
hideous.
games.
Right.
But, you know, say like your Zelda Link's Awakening. So say they said next generation we'll come out with Link's Awakening, but we'll make it like, you know, the newest Zelda and make it 3D.
No.
And then it's like still the same game, but it's a remake up to now standard.
I think that's when it gets bad.
So that's what I'm saying. When do they stop doing stuff like that?
The way I see remakes is if like it's like I always like using movie references, but like in the movies, you have a different director taking on a franchise. It's a different vision, and they usually add like their own thing. Like Batman is a good example. Every Batman movie, different. Every Batman director, I should say,
right,
has their own thing, their own flavor to it. So in video games, like, for example, I'm not a fan of first person Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 7, right off the bat, nah. However, in the future, if they were to remake that as a standard, like a regular third person Resident Evil, that would be cool because that's a different vision. You know, to me, a remake is only good if they change something like to make it different, like a different vision,
or like a reimagining, rather than like an actual ground up type of like. Yeah. For example, like what was it, Devil May Cry 3 for the Switch, right? Yeah. Same shit. Graphics pretty much the same, but they added a couple things.
They changed the way you play.
Yeah, change the way you play with switching the styles, and they added a 2-player mode. That I'm not opposed to. You don't need to don't redo it. Right. Don't redo the graphics. You don't need to. It's fine. That stuff is fine. If you want to re-release a game like that's like not too long ago, that's okay. But like if Devil May Cry 3 was on the PS1, then I would say, you gotta redo them graphics. Them shits are nasty as fuck. You know, like
Resident Evil 2 remake though. They did
Resident Evil 2 perfect.
But besides the graphics, they did add a lot of extra stuff. You know, the boards on the windows and stuff
change
like that.
Some of the layout of the police station.
They added a lot. The fact that the what's his name, Mr. X can follow you everywhere.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it.
But they
I remember the first time I saw that mod.
It's like
I was crying.
He might as well have had the boombox in his fucking shoulder. Like,
and it's just enough change to keep the people that have the nostalgia for the game happy, and different enough for the newcomers to be like, wow, this is fucking cool. Yeah. So you make both sides happy.
But what you said about movies, and a remake of a movie is definitely different than a remake of a game because,
it's an experience.
So say they had like Psycho. Remember that was remade scene for scene, the exact same movie. As far as how it looked and what they used to record and stuff with that, like technology wise, it's going to be the same thing. You can't really remake a movie and do it scene for scene and make it a better movie, especially if it's the same lines, unless it was acted completely bad.
Right.
But say something like Ghostbusters, they don't remake that, but they remaster it to change like the proton pack effects, and stuff like that, and make it look more technically, better,
right?
Because that's old technology. It looked like
remaster.
So that wouldn't be a remake.
But they do it with Star Wars. They do it with Star Wars too. But I'm talking about like different directions. Well, they do it with Star Wars.
No, I know they add, but when they
take
add
out a scene,
stuff,
they're like,
but that's messing with the property. Like that's why.
However, I'm talking about
game.
Like a vision, a different vision. Like,
but you see how people take that vision and they hate it.
Well, there's a such thing as a bad remake.
Well, they hated Resident Evil when they reimagined it for 3.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like the reimagining of 3 because they took stuff out.
Right.
And, as much as they added in, they took stuff out on something that small of a game. So people, they're going to hate that.
Yeah.
So there are ways to do remakes and ways not to do them.
No, there's such thing as a bad remake. So it's just a different vision. That's all it is. And it's a chance you take when you do that. Right. It's a tough.
I was going to.
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was asking you guys about that Resident Evil 3 because I guess I have a different take on it. I never did make a video on it, but I personally think the parts they left out didn't go with the modern story, like as the park or something like that. Like going straight from the hospital to that underground. That park scene. I mean, they could have threw it in there and some of the parts they left out, but I thought it was great, and I hate the hate it got for it. Not all games got to be super long. That was not a super long game.
No.
Never was.
The story was boring on the original. I played the original before I played the other one I was playing them at the same time, going back and forth, and the story in the original one fucking sucks. It's outdated, and what they did was amazing. But going back to what you guys are saying, as far you know who I like that did it perfect because they didn't do any changes but the graphics is when they did Halo Anniversary, man. When you could go back and forth, you hit a button and you see what it looked like back then.
Oh
and you could go back
that
and
was
forth.
Crazy.
I thought at the time, I've always been a Halo fan. At the time, I'd never seen anything like that, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. I really liked it. But I also like retelling stories when they go from the ground up and do different mechanics, but also there's nothing wrong if they just do the graphics and show what it was a generation before. Well, that was a big leap. Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
What's the other game that did that on the Switch? Fuck,
it's Wonder Boy or Dragon
Wonder Boy.
Something I forgot which exactly when it was.
It was Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy and Monsterland, right?
It was Wonder Boy.
Well, you get the button and it turns back into the
8-bit.
Sega Master System graphics and the music, and then
Shoot, that's awesome.
and then you hit it again
On the fly.
It looked pretty fucking sick.
and then they show you exactly. So that's when you
With the
remake
music
the game
too,
exactly the same way,
Yeah.
same style, same way,
Yeah.
same everything, same controls, and then you can switch it back to the old one. That's that would be the best way to do a remake.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't say that because Final Fantasy VII did such a hell of a job doing a remake.
Well, it depends on the game.
It
really
depends
did.
on the game.
And it didn't follow like a color by numbers type
Formula.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not the same game.
It's its own thing.
It's a reimagining of that game, and they took it to way further than I could have ever imagined for that.
That's awesome.
But I mean, it's only a part, and I can't imagine the rest of that game. I still can't.
Yeah, that thing was the original was three CDs, man. It was 3
I
discs.
swear it's gonna take them 10 years. No, I'm
might.
dead serious.
probably.
I'm
It
dead
might.
serious.
It might.
I'm dead
Probably.
serious. That it's gonna
You're
take
not
them
wrong.
10 years to do.
Unless
that
they announce something this summer at the game.
yeah,
Summer Game Fest. They
Xbox
might announce.
exclusive.
Xbox
shit.
exclusive.
That's the only thing they can
Nope. And then Big Chalk
Yo,
faints.
could you imagine if it was an Xbox exclusive?
You would
I-
faint.
I can't. I honestly can't.
You would pass out.
Microsoft buys Square Enix.
I would legit just laugh at PS4 owners.
That would never happen.
Yeah.
I know
you know
it'll
why-
never happen.
Japan. Sony, Japan.
Yeah, it would never
Okay.
happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
Yeah, they wouldn't let that go.
as far as like these remakes coming out though, like when does it stop?
The
I don't
thing
think
is,
it does.
I don't.
I feel like when people lose interest, it'll stop.
I think it's-
But the thing is, these remakes are
That's so good though.
these remakes.
I don't mind really.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
They're
But-
on a good streak of them.
but-
When they fuck one up, that's what I think.
It's gonna be a wrap.
This is my thing though.
But I like how they're reigniting interest into older games.
Yes,
So
that's
hopefully
great.
More older games get remade.
That's
you know
great.
What I mean?
But listen, the way they're doing these things, so say Resident Evil Capcom, right? They're putting all their resources into making these remakes. And they're like, part 4 is next, whatever. Resident Evil 8, when is that happening? Like, when is the next Final Fantasy happening? Other than 7? Like, if this is the next 10 years, when is Final Fantasy 16 coming out? When are the new games coming out? They're not. They don't have the team to make
This
it.
is the messed up thing. Is like a lot of people probably yourself included, think the remake of Final Fantasy VII is better than Final Fantasy 15. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
what-
so it's like they're
where's
more
the
they're
new
more
game,
they're more interested in these characters now and this story. So it's like, why release 16 with these new characters when everyone's invested in this, Final Fantasy 7 characters? And it's fucked up too, because when you make a really dope game back in the day, and people are invested in those characters, and you bring them back out, you shit on your current like. Who cares about a Resident Evil 8? You're gonna make it first person and it's gonna suck cock, and I don't want to play that. So
what
it's
if
like
it's
Resident
not,
Evil
though?
2 remake. We like Jill, we like Chris, we like Leon, we like
Yes.
those characters. What the hell is this first person garbage?
Yeah, yeah.
I know a lot of people out there do like the first person, part 7 and whatever, but come on, the majority don't like that shit.
I gotta ask this question. I gotta ask everybody out there, you guys too.
Yeah.
What game would you like to see? Well, actually, whatever. Give me a bunch of games that you would like to see remade, and how would you like to be remade? It's got to be something.
I got
Rocket Knight for Sega Genesis.
There you go.
That's like the second time you mentioned that, like in the pod. You
I got,
really like that game, don't you?
I rented it from Blockbuster and I loved that
Really?
game.
Okay.
You know what game I want to see remade?
Tetris.
I made a video on it. No, that's a timeless classic.
Punisher. The Punisher.
That's a timeless classic. You
The
can't go
Punisher.
wrong. The Punisher, exactly.
Punisher for
PS2.
Xbox. Xbox
And
and
PS2.
PS2. Yeah, PS2.
I want that remade so bad.
That
man.
game
If
was
they-
fire. The one where you can torture
my
people,
God.
right?
That was my favorite fucking game. Love that game.
That game was so dope.
Turbo, you got me, man. Is he even? He's not in the chat, is he?
Nah.
Yeah, he's still in the chat.
Oh, he remembers that.
Well, a game I want to see remade. I mean, like I said, I want to see new games too. I want to see like the next. Like, what would they do? Would they
Like a
make
sequel.
another?
Oh, you're thinking
Yeah.
too far in the future, man.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, what I want to see happen, I want to see a team for the classic remakes and a team for the new games. Like, if it's that popular, if you have stuff that's that popular, making you that much money, I want to see those teams split into two different ones to make both games.
All it takes is a bad
Well,
remake to fuck
I
that
like
all
that
up,
idea.
though.
Well,
Jack.
most of the titles for me personally are obviously Sega titles. Like,
But you don't want to see a half-assed one. You
no,
wanna
of course
see-
not. I'll be brokenhearted if
So
I
you
saw
wanna
a half-assed one.
But you want to see that big. You want to see that big teams working on it though.
Yeah, I want to see people know what the hell they're doing. Like, for example, I didn't want to see a remake for Streets of Rage, but I wanted to see a sequel, and I got what I wanted. But it took like 3 teams to do that shit. You know, like so, and I got what I wanted. Shining Force 3, I needed the right squad.
Yeah.
That's my favorite game all time. I need the
But
right
you're not
squad.
really looking for a sequel of that.
No, I don't want no damn sequels.
there's a difference.
Give me that remake, and
want
then
the
I'll
remake.
think about the sequel, you
Right.
know? But, like, there's other titles like, Skies of Arcadia. I don't want that remade. I actually want a sequel to Skies of Arcadia.
Burning
like,
Rangers, you want remade.
Burning
Yeah,
Rangers, I want
agreed.
remade.
You said that
I
the
don't
other
want
day.
a sequel to Burning Rangers.
Right.
I want that remade.
Right.
Like Legend of Oasis. Those can
Right.
be remade, you know, like stuff like that.
Reyes World TV in the chat was saying Square Enix is split into teams, so Final Fantasy 16 can be worked on while they're doing Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Right, there we go.
I don't believe that.
We got a hater over
He's an
here.
expert.
No, because 7 is too much work. It's too much work. I can't
Oh,
even see
no.
them finishing 7. But I hope so. No, I hope so. I hope so. I do hope that they are doing that. I hope you're right. But I mean, I can't see a game at that magnitude having it split off to make another thing bigger than that. Because
Oh,
you know, how are you gonna make? I mean, I'm sure.
They
know,
got
that's
their
what you got.
plan.
Listen, man,
They
you're
got
not
their
a-
plan.
You're not a developer, man. You
They
don't
got
know
their
these
plan.
things. They know
I
what they're doing.
developed. I got this app coming
don't
out.
have all the
I got
answers,
this app
Sid.
coming out.
Listen, you
You don't have all the answers, Sway.
Yeah, man.
I have some. I have some. So
Listen,
listen,
you
I
just
would
know
want. I would want them to make Final Fantasy 2 over or 4 over.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would want them to. For me,
That's it.
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but let me ask you a question. Since you said you want to remake, but do you think it'll take away from the charm though?
No.
Because if they make them look real, like the cloud
No, no, no,
characters, no.
No.
For me, I don't know.
not the way they did characterization in 7. No.
Okay. Well, I haven't played, so I don't know.
It
I'd
would
like to
be
see.
remarkably better.
I'd like also to see a remake of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Tactics. Everyone likes tactics.
I want that. Nothing. Nobody says anything about that fucking game.
How about you,
Reviews
Jason?
off the charts. Reviews are great.
What would you
off
want to
the
see?
charts, but
What would you
no.
want to see redone?
Oh, me?
Torok.
Oh man, you
Torok. Torok.
Torok, man, come on.
no, seriously. Which already got rated, so it's supposed to come out. But I just wish they would do it right. Is I want to see Mortal Kombat Trilogy, just because I'm an old school fan, and that game is bad. You go back to it now, the controls are horrible, but it's fun. It's the way we played. It's just really hard. The fatalities, you gotta do them quick. The console version sucked. I want them to do a proper high def version of that. Not no DLC characters, all this crazy shit. Just minimum stages. What the game was, but like done with today's technology. I really want to see that. Like redo the moves, redo how the characters move, redo everything. And we had that reboot on the 360, but I want to have a trilogy that still looks old school, like plays like an arcade game trilogy, but just looks better.
How about we just get one and
That's
two?
what I want.
One and two.
Just skip
I have
3.
another one that I want to get remade.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are better. The 3 is kind of trash, but the combos on 3 were
Imagine
fun.
a digitized version now. Like what that would look like. It would be people. They would just be people. They're not digitized at all.
Yeah. They could do the digitized, make it look old school, but people wouldn't want that. People would complain. Yeah, the way that I think if they could make people, but then like have a contrast in the background where it makes them pop a little bit more. I don't know how they would do it, but I just wish. It's my childhood. I'm sorry.
No, man.
It's the best for me.
It's your wish
It's
list,
your
man.
It would
list.
happen.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's what you like. It's
You know
that's
what
what you want to
remade?
see.
I want Marvel vs. Capcom 2
Of
remake.
course.
But
I knew it.
it'll look the
I
same,
knew it.
dude. It'll look the same.
It shouldn't. It wouldn't.
Because it's
How-
cartoony.
Yeah, how would you like it to look?
You could cell shade it like Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Like a Dragon Ball Guilty Gear.
like super
Yeah,
powers.
and you could and like Smash,
Like
you can
Infinite.
expand the roster to everyone who's ever been in
like
the game.
like Infinite. Like
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
No, not like
Exactly like that game.
Yo.
No, kind of like no. I wanted to wash the taste of Infinite out of everyone's mouth.
Yo, what about Shaolin Monks?
Shaolin Monks.
Remake.
Sequel
that would be
or
fun.
remake would be fine with me.
Dude.
RetroSoft says digitize the shit out of it.
Shaolin Monks is probably one of the most forgotten
Yeah.
games
Yeah,
ever, and it's so dope.
There was a
So dope.
Oh, wait. Yo, Chalk. Bloody Roar.
Yo,
you know that got
Remember that?
Yes.
You know that Konami
yes,
just
I would take a remake. of
Konami just licensed that name again last week for
What?
trademark.
What?
Bloody Roar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Last week.
Make it happen.
Konami ain't doing nothing.
Make it happen.
Konami's the most unreliable.
They trademarked it for a
Konami
pachinko
gotta
machine.
bring back-
I think it was Konami. I might be wrong. But I think it was
It's a
Konami.
pachinko machine,
No,
probably
it's
right
gonna
now.
turn- It's gonna be
We're like
it's gonna
Bloody
be-
Roar.
It's gonna be Bloody Roar Yu-Gi-Oh.
Fucking yeah. Oh, the playing cards.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
Did you see this? There was a game where you can be a digital version of yourself in the game, and you can. It looked crappy as hell, but you can put yourself in the game, and you can. It's like a beat 'em up.
What the fuck?
It sounded cool until you
No,
said
you
it was
can-
crappy, and I'm like,
No,
wait,
it was
what?
very crappy because
Oh.
you're in the game and you jump and it's really weird looking.
How the hell do you
But
control
you're
this
in the
shit?
game with the camera looking at you, and it's like a green screen type thing.
What?
And I've seen it recently.
Is it the Connect? Is it?
I think it is a Connect
It's a
game.
Connect
Yes,
game?
I think
Oh,
it is a
God,
Connect
yeah.
game.
Well, one of y'all need to stream that so I can
Holy
laugh.
shit.
So they put you in digitally. So that could be your game right there.
One.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you.
I'm gonna say one video game genre that's completely forgotten in the industry is light gun games, and I want to see any light gun game from House of the Dead, all of them.
Well, that's
remake
coming.
it.
House
I
of
want to
Dead's
see
coming.
anything, all of that.
Forever Entertainment's doing House of Dead.
I want to see that.
They didn't say how though.
But they said they are.
I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But it's
So-
impossible with
But
the
the
TV.
the one that I love
they
the
know what
most.
they're doing. All right.
Okay.
Time
Lethal Enforcers.
Lethal Enforcers.
again.
Yes. No, they should do it. They should do it.
I'm on the digitize. I already
Yes.
told you. I'm a sucker for that
Yes.
shit.
They need to redo that, man. They need to clean it up.
So, good or bad? Good or bad? These remakes, as far as of
I
now.
say good.
I say good right
I'd
now.
say it's
I say
good.
good.
As
Good.
of now,
Good.
I say it's good
Unless it's oversaturated.
until
then.
it gets to a point where everything is a remake.
I think Resident Evil 4 remake is going to bother me.
I want to see
Depends on what they do.
Code Veronica. If they announce that,
Code Veronica,
I'll be okay.
I'll do a backflip live. I can't do one, so I'll probably break my neck. But
At some point, I'd want a Resident Evil 8 or 9 or something. Regardless, you don't know how it is. You don't know how it's going to be made.
unless
As
they
long- as
unless
long
they
as you
change
say-
it to third person,
dude,
then I'll be
as
all
long
right.
as you
with
say
it.
first person, I have zero interest. If
no, but
they-
it might not. Who knows? It's not even out.
But if they change it to third person, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Third
Listen,
person, I'll
if they're
take a look.
talking, if they're talking 4 and then they're talking Code Veronica, then when are they talking 8? That's all I'm saying. Regardless of how it's going to be, when are they talking about the new stuff?
All I know is if it's a first person, then we got to get one of us to stream it with a VR set. So
That would be Turbo.
that'd be Turbo. Turbo, you're the guy.
He's the candidate.
There's so many games though. There's so many games that are out, and the cool thing about seeing these remakes and the cool thing about technology and video games in general is that you can see the evolution of something that's the same.
Right.
Like, I mean, you could say, oh, there's a a cassette, there's an 8-track, there's a cassette, there's a CD. These are different technologies for the same type of thing.
Yeah.
But this is the only thing. Gaming is the only thing where you can see an 8-bit music, like 8-bit style music, and then you see an orchestrated version of it.
Right.
And it's the same song, but it's just different.
Yeah.
The same with the graphics. You can see Castlevania, and then you can see a remake of Castlevania, and you can see where from that year to this year and how different it looks. And you can see Resident Evil 2 and then see this Resident Evil and say, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How did it get to where it was at?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is the only technology you can see that in. So that's what's cool about remakes and remasters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you get to see the evolution of technology with the same stuff that you grew up with nostalgia-wise and stuff like that.
And it
That's
builds
never-
interest too, because if you play something like, let's say you didn't grow up with whatever the hell franchise, you play the remaster or remake or whatever, and you're like, damn, I want to know more about the original one. So you start, it builds interest. You're like, oh, this is cool.
Also, to me,
Speaking of remakes, Retrosoft Studios just announced exclusive news right here.
Okay.
They're gonna release Retromania and Retromania Remake at the same time.
Look at that.
At the same damn
at
time.
the same damn time.
Exclusive.
Exclusive, y'all.
That's awesome, man.
You get the.
It blew Overthink away. He had to leave. he's going to weep right now.
He's gonna take a breather because it's too much information.
And I was
I was gone too. It's just so much information. He can't handle that news right now.
bring back some tissue. We gotta cry this out.
Oh,
it's crazy.
No, but
I mean, overall, I think they're good. I mean, there's a little bit of a downside to them because, you know, as long as you remaking old stuff, you have no reason to be original.
Yep.
You know?
And
So-
also, if people start to be like, you know, put the dollar in front of the actual craft, then you start cheesifying it.
Cash it in.
And you just come out with remakes that are just like, you know?
Yeah.
Then it just ruins the entire thing. But
When
like,
it turns into a cash out, like
Exactly.
that's when it's bad.
but like the essence of like gaming, like old school gaming, like NES, Game Boy, like old games, like there's a lot of awesome, dope titles that current generation has no idea about. And if you remake it to today's standards, that brings that love back and it brings that feeling with the game.
Here's the thing, though.
You know?
As we go further, that generation that had nostalgia for that is like not doing it. And then this next generation who has like Nintendo 64 nostalgia or like, you know, Dreamcast nostalgia or something.
That's full fun.
Then they'll start making the remakes for those systems.
That's actually good though.
But when it gets to something like PlayStation 3 and stuff like that,
Well,
like,
that's
remake this and remake this.
Well, people still have eyes. So it's like when you get to that, it's like,
but it's a generational thing.
But the thing is, like, the jump from Game Boy to now is a lot different than the jump from Xbox 360 to like the PS4. You know, it's a lot different.
But if
And
they
it's
come out
not
with a
that big
Ninja
of a-
Gaiden remake and it just looks like
you can just remaster it and it'll be fine. Like like I said, it comes down to what's in front of you. Like it's people are not going to pop out and be like, this is fucking crazy, like they would for an NES game remade to today's standards. Like if you remake a PS3 game to today's standards, it's like
God of War 3.
you're not gonna pop like that. You're not. You're just not going to do that. So it's as time goes on, it's gonna lose. Remakes are gonna lose its.
But they have started
flair.
cashing in. They have started cashing in, like God of War 3, and you know they had the collection that had God of War 3 in it already.
Those are remasters.
And then I know,
Yeah.
but they've already gotten to the point where they're just shipping them out, like the Devil May Cry ones. Besides them adding stuff to 3, like 1 and 2, they didn't really do much to it. They kind of messed those up, like Silent Hill. They came out with remasters of those or remakes of those, and it was not good. So that was just cashing them out because everybody's putting out collections.
What about 3?
What?
Of you just said it. The series. What series? You just said. I just forgot what I was gonna say. I totally forgot what the hell it was.
I said God of War 3.
Brain fart. I forgot. Never
God of
mind.
War, Silent Hill.
I said Silent Hill. I said God of War. I said Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I mean, if they were gonna make a remake, I would have preferred them to do it like the new Devil May Cry,
Right.
and make it Devil May Cry 3, but with Devil May Cry 5's graphics or something like that. If they're gonna do a remake instead of just
Some
remastering,
don't,
some of them just
some
remaster.
don't even need it. You know what I'm
But
saying? Like
I
some
like
don't.
3 though.
3's fine.
3
like,
was fine
Devil
with
May
the story
Cry
it
does
is.
not need it. Like Part 1, don't remake those.
No.
Those don't. Like, don't do that.
This is the debate of fun factor versus graphics. It's like you can still have fun. I'm always going to take fun over graphics.
Oh yeah. But is
Always.
it a cash-in? At what point is it a cash-in? Is what we're
Well, it
talking.
depends on what's more important to you.
And
if you like graphics, then you're the person that's gonna buy the remake.
And it
or the
depends on
remaster.
timing too, because like what they do, like I said before, Resident Evil GameCube, right? The remake, they did that. Then they came out with, all these other Resident Evils. They did 5, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
But then
But
people,
that's Capcom, though.
but it's like, but people are like, what the fuck? No one's ever touched Resident Evil 2. Why has no one ever touched that? That's like the forgotten one.
Well,
And
no,
then-
that's been rumored for.
yeah, that's
15
Yeah, that
years.
one. That's when it's like, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That has to come back out again. But it's like, when it comes to part 4, dude, there's been 5 different versions of it. Like, really,
Yeah.
like that's when
And-
it gets stupid.
and it's ported to everything. Every
Yeah,
every
it gets
fucking
to-
system
that's when
has
it's
it,
done.
Well, Resident Evil 2 was ported to everything and had 5 different versions also. Like I said, that's a Capcom thing.
but it's
Yeah.
never been a remake though.
No, but even for PlayStation, they had
Actually,
the
another
Rumble
one-
version. They had the one with the Rumble version that didn't have the intro. They had the one that was
The only-
like,
yeah,
it was stupid.
It's like it comes into give me your fucking money.
yeah.
Just give me your money.
yeah. Street
I
Fighter.
don't like that shit.
they had the unrated version.
Yeah.
No, man.
It's
Metal,
too many.
Metal Gear's another franchise. It's like I'd like to see, even though they say Twin
half-assed
Snakes,
did that.
they say Twin Snakes is technically a remake from the GameCube.
It
I'm like,
is.
it is technically, but
But it's
nah,
only
man,
for when it's an exclusive for one system and it's
that's-
old already.
That's literally
Like,
just one video game generation. You can't.
imagine a Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear in general done now.
Yeah,
With-
I would
like
rather have
those
the,
games
I would
done
rather
now.
have the NES one
That'd be
redone.
crazy.
I'd rather have the NES one done.
No, I agree.
But that's a leap. From PlayStation 1 to now is a leap
Definitely.
as far as what you can do.
And it's Konami,
And it'll
so
change the
that's-
game completely.
Konami's
And
like,
it won't
"No,
happen 'cause it's
I was
Konami,
thinking of a Metal Gear survival Yu-Gi-Oh.
Listen,
No, that's not gonna work.
Konami used to be good, man.
Card
they used to
game.
be good.
No, just make it a Pachinko. That's all.
That's the funnest one, man. That's the fun. Don't sleep on Pachinko.
Let's do that gamble, the Japanese gambling.
Didn't they rumor before, like a while ago?
Silent Hill Pachinko, yes.
No,
Yes,
They have done
not
that.
Konami.
Castlevania.
Not like I don't know if it was like a fan made one. It was a GoldenEye remake. People were rumoring.
No, they made it.
Yeah,
They
someone
made it.
someone
Couldn't come
made
out.
it.
though.
Yeah,
They couldn't come out because
See,
they don't
that
have the
would
license.
make sense.
Yes.
I think that would
Actually,
the fact that they haven't is pretty crazy because they would make so much fucking money from that.
Yeah.
Well, I could
Yeah, I
jump
would
in.
definitely get that.
I could jump into another topic I had. Similar. So they just came out with a Mario 64 port for the PC. This had nothing to do with the Nintendo.
I saw that last night.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the Nintendo leaks. It was just somebody reverse engineered the game to play directly on the computer. And they said, if people figure this out, especially with the leaks happening now, if they can do that for GoldenEye. So you could run it at a higher resolution. You could run
Yeah.
it with any controller you want. And, I don't know if they can get it to play online and stuff like that, but to get something like that to run much better, because that's, those games are locked in the past. And the amount of stuff that they've done for first-person shooters and stuff like that, you can't go back to that. Like, it's not a great game to jump back to and play it that way. Because
Yeah,
there's been
right.
such an evolution in how you
Right.
play a first-person shooter.
It's dated.
Yeah. So if you can get GoldenEye and have the option, obviously, if you want to play it like the old way, always have that included. If you have a choice, always have that included.
That's what Streets of Rage did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But change it so it could be, more up to date.
Doom that came out in 2016. There was a stage where you go back to the original fucking Doom,
And it's nasty.
and it controlled. Yeah, it was all pixelated and shit. That was awesome, man. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Your eyes
See the-
hurt. It's like ew.
But
man.
it was like a part in the game, and it was cool because
They
it was
throw
like
it back, like
it was
this
like
is
a
where it came
throwback.
from.
Like, hey, we remember you guys.
Damn, that shit probably looked like Turok or something, right?
Hey! I was reading Doom Eternal. That's a great game. You can unlock on your little hub world. You can unlock Doom 1 and 2 on your little computer and play it. It's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
That's funny.
Oh,
But
okay.
but one thing I just gotta get out of my mind. Big Chuck, when he said he wanted a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 remade, I think that game there's something so special about it. That's one of the games that shouldn't be remade, along with Resident Evil 4. Those are like the only two games I think that should never be touched. They are perfect.
Certain games are
I
perfect.
can't.
Yeah,
Resident
I
Evil 4.
can't be mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I can't
No,
be mad at
Resident
you.
Evil
Resident
It's
Evil 4
timeless.
should not be touched.
it's timeless.
It should not be touched.
timeless,
I don't
man.
understand.
Dude.
I don't understand it.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was going to be an Evo this year. I was so hyped about that because I wanted to see what Justin Wong would do. And I was like, man, but Evo got canceled. I was like, damn.
Well,
they
made it digital.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
They made it online. Evo this year is going to be online.
Oh,
only.
it is going to be online. So they're still going to play?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, shit. It's not the same.
They're not going to play that.
When you play fighting game, you guys know when you're next to somebody and the competition is on versus online.
Well, certain games that they had, like that game, is broken online, so they're not gonna be able to play Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online because it's not competitive. They can't play it that way unless they have like a server they fixed that can do it. But that won't be there. Although it was supposed to be, they killed it.
I was hyped.
Yeah.
It's only for local play, man.
Did anybody play the Mario
Mario
that got released? The Mario 64?
No,
I know.
I don't play
No, I haven't played it.
You know what?
It was literally.
Oh, I know.
I played it yesterday.
I saw the Mad Little Pixel playing it. Yeah.
It's just one file. You just double click it. Boom, the game's on.
What?
It's crazy.
That easy?
Yeah.
Nothing's that easy to play anymore.
I put in my Xbox controller.
Yeah.
I'm using it for something.
Damn!
He blew the dust off. He said, "Oh shit!"
I said the batteries still work.
Use that Xbox controller.
I mean, I had to change. The batteries are rusty. But you know, like, when you get powdered batteries.
Oh no, you got to put Windex that
dude,
shit.
man.
Get under it, you got to clean
no.
that.
No, it was good. It was still good. But all I did was plug that in. Automatically, everything was working.
What?
And I was playing it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I played the OpenGL version. That one worked for me. The DirectX 12 one did not. It worked, but the music was choppy. But literally, that's all it was. And they released it, so Nintendo can't say nothing now. Nintendo can't say nothing.
They can't do anything?
Wow.
No. Because it's out. It's out. Once
it's out, you can't do
when
anything.
something's online, if he just demoed it and said his stage 1, Nintendo would have been like, yo,
It's over.
stop it right now.
Yeah,
if that's released, you're
cease and
arrested.
desist.
Yeah. But
Right
since
away.
he made it himself, he didn't use their code, apparently. He
Right.
didn't use their code, so it's not illegal.
Right.
Okay.
And it's out there in the wild. And they might say don't update it, but it's out there. People can do it.
And
now.
it's open source, so everybody
Everybody
has
can jump in there. So
Everybody
there's
has
going to be
access. They can add shit to it.
there's going to be so much stuff added to it.
That legally you can't.
That multiplayer one where you got 2 players in Mario 64, that'll be in there.
Oh,
Like everything.
I always thought that should be 2 players.
They have
Yeah.
the new RTX graphics mode that'll be in there. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Wow. Well,
Am I the only one that thinks that Mario 64 is overrated, man?
no,
I honestly,
No, you're not-
I didn't
bro.
own it. I didn't own it.
I didn't own it either.
Yeah.
I think Mario
I never
Odyssey
played it. I
is-
never owned an N64,
Same.
so I
I
never
played it for a little bit. I thought it was
Uh,
cool, but I wasn't like, oh my god. I was like, okay,
I had
this
a
is cool.
cousin, a cousin of mine had.
People love that
Yeah,
game.
they're obsessed with it. A lot of
I
people.
don't think it's overrated because it was one of the first 3D games to work the right way in
Yeah.
that sense. But I think Mario Odyssey is overrated. That's it.
Yes, big time.
I don't think it did anything really to further what Mario does, but
I thought Mario Odyssey was good, but it didn't like.
was good.
It didn't have me like.
it's
talking about
overrated.
it. Yeah.
People swear that it's like
It's-
the greatest game of all time.
They always put it up with like Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm like, no, Zelda Breath of the Wild is its own. That's its own thing. Like
Yeah.
you can't. Like the change from the series is
it's
far
not
greater.
It's not
than a
the
Mario
Mario version of that.
no,
Zelda.
no.
Imagine
definitely
if it was. You had
Yeah,
just
because
the whole
Breath of the
kingdom.
Wild is one of the greatest games ever. Just because Ray's is in the chat, I wanted him to hear me say that.
But Mario Galaxy
game.
though, that series
Mario Galaxy was
dope.
great,
That
yeah.
was my favorite 3D Mario.
I never played the
That-
Galaxies.
Oh man, it's
They
so
did a good job
awesome.
there.
That to me felt like
That's your favorite.
a true 3D Mario, man. Especially the sequel where you have Yoshi.
How about a remake? No.
Fuck
No,
no.
remake.
That's one of those that falls in that category.
Do not remake
No,
that
do not
shit.
remake that.
They're
shit.
remaking them. According to the internet, they are making the anniversary ones. I don't
Oh,
know-
yeah.
I
I
don't know if
hope that's
Galaxy's
true.
gonna be
I
in
hope
it.
that's
Well,
true.
what they say, 64 sunshine in both galaxies.
Listen, if 64 is part of that, they are pissed. It better be a remake. Because if it's just Mario,
If it's a completely like a redone, then
it's dope.
They'll be
Nah,
alright.
it'll be a remaster. Just
It ain't gotta be a remaster.
just like they did with the what was it, the DS?
If it's just the
3D.
remaster and it looks like that at 1080p, they're gonna be furious. This dude is gonna be murdered. Like whoever made this game for the PC is gonna be like assassinated.
Nintendo assassins
Yeah.
show up in
They're gonna
Ninja
be-
Mario
Yo,
outfits.
Rez World TV just said that Super Mario Odyssey is better than Breath of the Wild.
Ooh,
That-
somebody's
hot take.
trolling.
Hot take, hot
Somebody's
take.
trolling.
Turbo 857. What do you
Trolling.
have to say, Turbo?
Turbo's still in there? He's probably typing a novel.
Still in the chat.
Turbo's
Turbo's
typing a
still in the
novel
chat.
right now.
He's gonna type in all caps to answer back.
Nah, they trolling.
Nah, he's been pretty calm.
They trolling the chat right now.
Oh, he's probably busy.
trolling.
He's probably busy.
Oh man.
He's probably.
You know y'all.
No, he's been answering, but he just hasn't been typing in all
Yeah,
caps.
I see.
You know y'all wrong. You know.
Get ready for it.
Oh man.
Anyway,
But yeah, like I
See,
said,
Turbo said Breath of the Wild is awesome. It's still awesome.
there you go. See,
It's great, man.
got
I don't care if people
250
want to
hours in.
criticize the story. It doesn't need a story. It's meant to you explore the world,
Yeah.
enjoy it, and kick back.
on your terms.
When I got my Switch, that's all I needed.
I'm a very picky Zelda person. I'm not the biggest Zelda fan in the world. I played 1, 2, Link to the Past, skipped a lot of the 3D ones, stopped in the Water Tower, Ocarina of Time.
Me too.
But I played Breath of the Wild just to see if I would like it, and I thought that was one of the best video game experiences I've had. It's really incredible.
Heck
I
yes.
can't
It's
take
great.
away from it. It's really an incredible game. Obviously, I hate the fact that the weapons break all the fucking time, but
would
that-
you?
Oh, that's strategy, man. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, it's
Good
true.
stuff.
That's
Would you
that's
want
strategy.
to? Would you want to remake?
Fuck no. if they remade that, I'd be like, you cash grabbing scumbags. Like, come on. No, that game's fine. That's dope. I look forward to the sequel. But yeah,
The sequel's gonna be a remake.
the sequel will be a remake of a game that never happened.
sequel is a remake
It's gonna have DLC
of a
It's
remaster.
DLC. It's DLC for the old game.
No, that game surprised me. I didn't think I'd like it that much. I thought I was like, I don't know, I'll test it out. But I was like, fuck.
You just like that you could jump on the shield and surf down the
I love
freaking hill.
I love that shit. But I don't like them Lionels, man. They'll fuck you up. I ran from them all the time. I was a bitch in that game.
Yes, dude. I ran from those at the end. I think I could have got them because I think I got one, but I never went back.
I killed one.
Those motherfuckers are huge.
I killed one the entire game. I said, fuck that. I was a
Yeah.
complete bitch. I'm like, nah, y'all
Like,
just
nah, fuck it.
causing too much problems. Fucking pricks.
But I like.
Yeah.
I like to see what they do next generation to see what remakes, and you know it's hard to make a remake. It's gonna take a long time to take a remake and make it,
Dude,
especially for the new system.
Dude, all I gotta say, if they announce the one that I want, just get a camera on my face. I will have a breakdown live. I will lose my shit.
You got to stay alive to play.
If
You
they
can't have a heart attack.
Yeah, I know. Like, well,
Imagine. Oh shit!
I'm like, they came out with
Yeah.
that'd be the fucking worst.
Fucking morning and the fucking.
That'd be the worst.
live reaction. You can't use your arms anymore.
Yeah, yeah. He had a stroke live on.
You can
fucking-
still see the screen.
Man,
You gotta play with your feet. You'll still try. You figure it
Oh
out.
no, I
no.
will try, dude.
smelling salts.
As long
Good
as I'm
smelling
ticking.
salts.
Shining Force 3 was too awesome of
Oh,
a game to not get remade. I looked at it recently. I'm like, damn, that is hideous. Those polygons.
I'd take a sequel or a remake to Guardian Heroes.
Dude,
That'd be dope. I'm with you on that one.
it was you and Turbo tortured the shit out of me and Sticks
Yeah. We played through
that
that
whole
shit.
summer.
That's
It's Saturn graphics, dude.
Dude, that was
It's a
hearing.
good game. It's a
Imagine
great
hearing
game,
Ta
actually.
It looked like
Ta.
it looked like Hot Shots Golf.
Feel my Arctic blast.
It was by Camelot. It looked like Hot Shots Golf.
Every fucking time I came over.
What, Guardian Heroes?
No, Shining
No,
Force.
no, Shining Force.
Shining Force.
Oh, I was about to say. I was
They were
like, what?
pre-rendered. It was nasty.
Shining Force was hideous.
No, it was
hideous.
hideous looking game.
And the
but
even though
the
even
voice
though
acting was abysmal.
the
I would like
voice
to see a
acting was
remake.
terrible, but there was charm to it though.
I would like to see a remake of that because
Yes.
because of what it is.
That'd
Yes.
be breathtaking if there was
Certain games that like get hurt by it looking the way it does need to have a if the game is that great and the graphics are just so bad that I would like to see
If
some
it's
type
my
of remake
favorite
like that.
game all time, still to this day,
Hmm?
can you just imagine the fact of that being remade? Like, I would, man. If that ever happens, if I have a job, probably quitting. If I'm talking to some chick, I'm not talking to her anymore. Not talking to my friends. Like, I'm just locking myself away for a minute. and
Dump
just-
her on the spot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would try to get a toilet installed in my couch so I don't have to leave.
That movie Idiocracy.
Yes.
I'm not sure you guys seen that.
Yes.
The dude had a toilet in
Yes.
his
They
couch.
make those, man. They make them.
It's got
I'd
electrolytes.
get a helmet with the beer attached to it. Like
The refrigerator will be right on the side.
Yes.
You don't move, man.
Oh,
Microwave
man.
is in the front.
You don't need anything.
Not
You don't need to
leaving.
go anywhere.
Nah, man.
You're good. You're good.
Let
Sarah-
the pizza guy in. Like, yo, just drop it right here.
Yep.
He's open the door.
That's when you call up your girl and you say your services are no longer needed. And you just-
Wow. Oh my god.
I'm done. And you hang up the towel.
And you just play your game.
Yo, you're wild. Yo, you had too much to drink.
Nah, I'm good, man. I actually would like another one. I'm just joking.
Wow.
No, that'd be dope. I'd be, oh my God, I'd be ecstatic if that happened. Ecstatic.
Well,
Listen, if I see,
there's still hope.
as far as remakes though, if I see, it's fine for now. But if I see another like an Uncharted 4 remake,
Oh my God, no, that's
I'll be like, nah.
Y'all gotta stop.
Fuck outta here.
Y'all gotta
need-
stop.
No need for
Fuck
that.
that.
If
Yeah.
you take something that's like a 10 and like you
Sorry,
just
no.
remake it
A
for the hell
Last
of
of
it.
Us 1.
Last of Us remake again.
What?
If you do a Last of Us remake, if it says remake, then
thank you.
you've gone too
I'll
far.
take that over part
You've
2.
gone too far. If you say remake, but any
Hey.
remake.
Unless they remake a remake that was this sounds fucking crazy. It's
Remake
like-
a remake that was bad?
But yeah, like a bad remake.
If you
they
get a
remake
second
that
chance,
and they make it good,
if you say Silent Hill remake Second Chance, is that what you want?
that's how we could. Hey, that's not a bad idea. You could
Second Chance remake.
market it.
Dude, Mass Effect 3 needs
Yeah,
a
second chance. Here's a different fucking vision right here. There you
You're
go.
like, listen, Silent
Let's
Hill
try it
is
again.
not the greatest. Remake it.
I never was into that.
I mean, there's a big fan base for it, but same here. I was never.
They
I would
didn't
take
get
I would take like a Fatal Frame remake. I would do that.
Fatal Frame's cool.
You get psyched out.
Wear a VR set with that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nah, I wouldn't fuck with
Oh
that.
my God.
Actually, if they did that, we would have to get money together so we could pay Jammer to play that on his channel.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We have to roll to his crib.
Yo,
Tyler,
shout
you have
out
to
to
watch it.
Jammer if he's out. I think he's streaming something tonight, but shout out to Jammer.
Yeah, man.
Check out his YouTube because when he gets scared, it's so amazing to watch him get terrified.
If for
Wow.
anybody out there who doesn't know, he doesn't like.
He hates scary
He
games.
hates horror games. Hates them.
Love it.
And people.
He has the best reactions though.
Yeah, his fans. They all like say, "Yo, you gotta play Resident Evil." You gotta play. And it's
He can't do it.
If
He
you
hates
ever
it.
get a chance and you see Jammer online,
He would go viral. He would go viral.
Oh, my
if he just
goodness.
played horror
He
games.
gets so
it's the
scared.
funniest thing you ever see, and he's not putting on a show.
No, he's terrified.
He is legit terrified, and it's the
terrified.
funniest thing ever.
He
man.
really is.
Oh man,
Ugh.
I can't wait to have him back on the show to make fun. I always torture him in his
Oh,
chats.
dude,
I always
it's
torture
fucking
him.
great.
I'm like, he's like playing like a Digimon or something like that. I'm like, I came for the Resident Evil game. Where is it? He's like, get out of here! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Who's this stallion again? I'm like, yep.
They keep torturing me. Why? Why?
I love
But-
that.
Oh
shit.
no.
To stay on topic, I mean, I'll end it here. But basically, to stay on topic, if it's good, if it's a good remake, I don't have a problem with it. Obviously, if it's a bad remake, like Sega Ages remake, like they had a whole budget. They had a whole budget like section just to make these games and spit them out, and they were trash. So if
Old
you're
Max.
remaking games like that and they don't even hold a candle to the originals,
Actually,
and
I'm glad you brought that up because
not
that's gold. What they did to Golden Axe was
all of them. None of the games were better than the originals. So if you're remaking games that aren't even better than the originals, then
Don't do
that's
'em.
when you shouldn't be.
If
doing
they
this.
did the Golden Axe and gave it the Streets of Rage
Streets of Rage is the right way to do it.
treatment,
That's how you do it.
if they
Yeah.
gave it that treatment,
That's
that would
how you do
be.
it.
I'd be like, all right.
I don't know how
All
you
right.
do combo, but I mean, they just fucked up.
Well,
They
like
just
just
fucked
like
up.
the look and like
No,
the,
you
the
gotta
look
have-
and the lore. You have to have the sound effects. You gotta have.
You gotta have the
Oh, yeah.
passion. Listen, you
Yeah.
gotta have the passion in what made the original good.
Yeah.
The second you lose that is the fact is like, okay, don't do this anymore. Like even in Final Fantasy VII, it's a different game, but the way they do it and the passion they have about doing what they did,
It's in there.
it takes a genius and a psycho to do something like that, and there's no problem with it.
Yep.
But it still feels like fan.
And it still does.
It still
yeah.
feels like
and
the
at
original
some
game.
point, it
So-
does still feel like
So
it.
developers who are doing these remakes, they gotta be on some like legit strong drugs to get this done.
You just got to be passionate.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's
You gotta
that
be
Nah, I don't
passionate.
think it's like.
Nah, it's not passion and drugs.
Wow, wow, what the fuck? Yo, I see everybody in the chat like, yo, what the fuck?
My man said passion and drugs.
You gotta have knowledge. You gotta have knowledge. You gotta have nostalgia. You gotta have passion. You gotta do
man.
it the right
You gotta
way.
know the lore, man. What made it good? The sound,
Yeah.
especially sound effects, man. So underrated.
Like if they
You
say
know
they're
what?
coming out with a Bloodborne like remake, I mean, like, man, you don't. It doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. Maybe 60 frames, yeah, whatever, but it doesn't need it. Stuff like that is already like perfect.
No.
But they did come out with a remaster for Dark Souls, and they came out with another one for it. So I mean, it happens. I didn't even play that yet. I bought it a long time ago. I didn't even play it yet.
Dark Souls.
I'm gonna tell you what I want more is there's a lot of these hardcore games that get remade, but the way Streets of Rage got remade, it was such a special game and such a retro game. I want to see more of those that aren't like hardcore, like AAA studios, like badass, like the way Final Fantasy VII is going over and beyond, going way too crazy. The way Streets of Rage went, dude, one of my favorite games, which I like it better than Streets of Rage, is Final Fight, the first one. So I don't like 2 and 3, but if they were to remake that one, dude, because I think that's what inspired a lot of Streets of Rage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it came out before, right? And
Yes.
a lot of
Final Fight came out in
levels
91.
and stuff were
Let's
inspired.
check. Let's check. Let's check
It
the
did.
Wikipedia.
It did.
But
Definitely.
we talk-
No, it
Check
definitely
that,
did.
Chuck. But yeah, I want to say it's a lot of similarities. Or if you pay attention to the stages, are like the same. Even though Streets of Rage has its own feel with the music and going through the city in the beginning, and I mean it's just a whole different game. But a lot of the characters of the beat 'em ups, they all kind of copied each other. And I think Final Fight was one of the ones that, at least when I was a kid, seeing the sprites being so big and seeing Hagar just. I mean, Power Driver somebody. It was crazy.
Final
and I
Fight.
would love to see that one remake. Yeah, Final Fight.
Dude.
Final Fight
that was
was
supposed to be-
1989 and Streets of Rage was
Oh, word.
1991.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
2 years.
Okay,
Oh.
I said 91
So-
for freaking. I got mixed up. 89. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that was supposed to be
You
Street
can
Fighter
learn.
2 though. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 89
Wow.
is what it was
Yeah.
called.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm glad they didn't do that. But it's cool how they ported a lot of those characters to the
To Alpha.
Street Fighter Alpha games
Yep.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Except for Hagar.
As- Yeah. But he's in Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck?
So they need him in the retro, in the wrestling.
Yeah,
They need
I
Hagar
like the
in there.
retro remakes. They need to do more of those. Because the soundtracks of retro back then, like, man, they were so good. What they did with Streets of Rage, like, I'm still freaked out about it. I was hating on it. I was a hater. and now I'm all like, I know what you guys were talking about, which, are you any of you guys picking up physical? The limited run, it ends the 10th,
I was
man.
I was
I'm like,
actually planning to do that, but like the delays on the physical are like
it's
what?
like
2
2 to 4 months.
Yeah, I wanted the whole thing. Like, was it the?
It's like 200 something
Yeah, it was
on
like-
eBay right now. It's more now, but it's like going for 200 like 50 right
with
now.
the whole
man.
the whole,
The whole shit.
edition with the 2
Limited
statues,
run.
the art book.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted all that too. It sucks.
That's expensive as hell. Though.
No.
If I get the physical, then I got to get Panzer Dragoon physical. I gotta get Sonic Mania physical. I'm gonna have my Sonic collection for the Switch. If I'm doing that, I got to get them all.
I want the Sega.
Yeah,
the Sega. Physicals.
I gotta have because they did
I love
perfect. They
me some
did so
Sega.
good on all of those, and that's just like nostalgia there. And they did good on all.
I honestly probably still might get the physical Streets of Rage 4. It's one of the rare. I never do shit like that. I never pick
Yeah.
up the same game twice. But to me, it's just Streets of Rage is like has such a special place in my heart. Like growing up, like Sega games. I love like that's one of those titles where I'm like, I have to have it as soon as possible, and I love it so much that I'm like, I gotta get the physical. I just need to have the physical somewhere.
They understood.
I should get it, man.
They understood the reasoning for people, and the reason why they liked it so much was because of the music.
Yeah.
That the plot of this game is
About music.
the music is controlling. The music's controlling people. That's how much they know how important the music is to this game.
Yeah.
And they had it
Yeah.
in there. They had the magic in there.
I'll probably do the same for Panzer, even though I haven't played it yet. I'll probably just get the physical because that's Sega. I love that shit. I love
Yo,
I love that.
I just had a memory of Eternal Champions.
Oh no,
Oh,
Genesis.
wow.
That wouldn't be part of my collection.
that's not my.
You gotta see a remake of that. I want to see it. No,
I don't know about that.
With digitized characters.
yeah, with digitized. Yo, man, how the hell would that work?
Oh man,
How the fuck would that work? Anyway,
It still wouldn't work regardless.
I don't know. It was fun at the time. Man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was.
well, that's it was nice talking to you, man. It was nice having you on.
Well, before you
Alright.
leave, you got anything you want to tell people about your channel? And what you gonna do?
My
with-
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want to check it out, I do. Man, it's kind of hard to say I do gaming content. I emphasize around gaming content, but a lot of more. I'm more like a drama channel / I just speak what's on my mind. I try to keep it real. Like this past video I did, I kind of talked about my art life and because art's a huge part of me. Like I used to do a lot of art, and I just recently stopped to do kind of YouTube. I'll still paint every once in a while, but I went through my life and kind of talked about it. It's just I'm different. You guys saw the way I talked on the channel. It's probably how I talk on my videos. If you guys want to check it out, Overthink Gaming. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, all that junk. Check it out. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
You
Cool.
guys,
Yeah, man.
you guys are awesome for inviting me again.
Yo.
You guys invite me a second time. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't pick up the first time. That's good.
Nah, man, it's cool, man. It was cool the
Nah,
first
you guys
time.
Are awesome, man.
It's cool the first time, and it's awesome now, man.
Every
Always
time.
cool, man.
Every
Anytime.
time.
We got to set up that Street Fighter match between you and Sticks and you and Chalk, man. We got to
Yeah.
get that
Yeah.
going.
I'm
Dude,
down.
Yo.
Fun. I'm down.
Yo,
dude.
keep in touch, man. We definitely got to hook
We'll
up
set
and,
that
and
up.
get that all going.
Oh yeah, nah, it's going
Hell
down. That's
yeah.
going down.
You got Sticks hype. Sticks is hype right now. It's the battle of the Jasons.
And we're gonna play on Friday. What's the next Friday the 13th?
Oh shit! Get out of here!
Oh,
Get out of here! I'm gonna check that right now.
Retrosoft Studios digitized Turok. Hell yeah. Even like Primal
Nah,
Rage.
man.
Remember Primal Rage? Primal Rage was
I remember that.
Now Primal Rage is floaty.
Primal Rage
Oh, there
is
he goes with the
floaty.
there he goes with the
That's his
floaty.
favorite.
It was
Favorite
literally
word.
floaty.
Yo, Retrosoft knows
That's
about this
floaty,
dude
bro.
saying that
Yeah.
shit all the time.
Yeah.
Yo, November is the next Friday the 13th.
Ah man, come on, we got.
That's too far. That's too-
I know, I
too
know.
far, too
That'll be
far.
like
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
battle. There.
We'll re-release it. We'll re-release it.
We'll keep in touch and we'll
Set
figure
that
it
up.
out, man. We'll set it up.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna want to do those clips, like I said, when I beat Chalk and when I beat Turbo, and I want to put them on my page. Man. So I might have to get those from you guys.
You're gonna have a wall of
Please,
shame.
man.
All right.
Oh man,
No,
nah, that's gonna be real
Eric-
drama.
Eric is probably one that's gonna give me competition because his record against Chalk and
See? He knows. Chalk, he knows.
And the only reason I'm not afraid of Turbo because I heard about his skills at Dragon Ball, so I'm like, if he's having trouble there, I might be able to get him on Street Fighter. But be all fun, guys. And I'll put it on my channel. I'll make sure I put that on my channel.
Oh man.
Either way,
I gotta make myself look good.
If you want to make yourself look good, you shouldn't play me.
We'll see it, Big Chalk. We'll see it. As long as we don't play Xbox, man.
Oh man, now's the real drama
Oh,
going on.
yeah.
There it starts.
Yo,
Nah,
man.
you guys are awesome, man. You know what? I like to joke around. I like to fuck around. And that's why I like coming here on the channel. I get to be myself, get to fuck around. And you guys are good guys, man. You guys deserve so much more, man. I love your style, the way you guys talk. You guys do a podcast that's fun, man. And that's what's missing on YouTube. And I just, man, I love being on here. And I'm thankful to you guys, man. You guys are the shit.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
You're
that,
more than
man.
welcome to come back.
Yeah, man.
Anytime, bro.
You're now a regular.
Appreciate
Yeah.
I appreciate that, dude. I'll come back anytime.
Full
you
invitation,
guys
man.
need
You let
me,
us know when
want
you
me
want to
with
come.
Pause.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Really, guys? Really?
Somebody's editing that right now. They're like, screen, record.
Let us know when you
Boom.
want to return to the show.
That's
Is
That's
we
what I meant to say. Yes. But it's too late now.
Oh,
Somebody's
man.
editing that shit as we speak.
I'll be me.
I'm sure.
I'll be
It'll
editing.
be you too. Yeah. You're gonna send me that shit tomorrow. Be like, yo,
Oh, man.
why'd you say this?
But, man, always a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Be good, brother.
Have a
Alright.
good one, bro.
Alright.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Fun times as always, man.
Yeah, man.
Love having him on. Fucking hilarious dude, man. Yo, Chalk, so it looks like there's fighting words, man.
I don't know if Chalk,
Chalk,
is
you
still
on there?
here. I think I hung
You,
up.
you,
he's
hung
gone.
up on Chalk? He didn't even, damn. He
No,
hung up on
he's-
Chalk without even telling
He's
him.
in the chat.
Well,
Nah,
Sticks,
good.
since you're here, looks like you got yourself a challenger finally.
Yes.
You have to dust off those skills.
Good.
Find the right Street Fighter that you guys want to agree on.
I know. I know. I'm not feeling Alpha 2, man.
And
not,
and
not for no tournament.
I'm volunteering to commentate during. I want to commentate during all the fights.
I'll be on my game. Listen, if I get my ass whipped, I get my ass whipped. That's all. But you know what? I'm gonna be ready.
Need some versus
Okay.
footage, man. That's what we need to start doing more on the channel is challenging other people we have on the podcast. Whoop their ass and then talk about it when they have it back on.
You got some challenges
Speaking
for,
of which-
for Smash?
I got to challenge Jules, Family Jules.
Oh, Jules to
Puzzle. Fighter. I was gonna
Tetris.
say
Tetris. And I gotta get Zach Fierce and Smash JT on to
Oh,
whoop both their asses in some Smash Brothers Ultimate. Turbo,
Listen,
you can get involved in that
Listen,
as
we
well.
gotta get a tournament in the Retrosoft Studios wrestling.
Yeah.
We gotta do
that's
that.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Get them in there
I can't wait for the retro that
Well, top
retro
rope.
to come out.
on top of the cage.
Yeah.
450 splash. It's in there, right?
That's gonna be on Versus a lot, man. We're gonna be playing that a lot because there's no wrestling games. And
I've seen some footage. Some new footage on there.
It looks fun.
Looking fun.
It looks good.
fun.
Looking real fun.
They got what, the 2 cages together or some shit?
I can't wait.
I didn't see that
They
yet.
didn't put it, but they.
Well, they said that yet.
They hinted. At it.
I can't.
We'll see if that works out.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, man.
I haven't been excited for a wrestling game like this.
Shout out to the chat.
Yes. Big shout out to the chat. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. Also, if you haven't already, what's wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
It's easy. Just hit that button, man.
Where is it?
Hit that subscribe button.
There's one right
Hit
down
it.
here.
It's right there.
And
There it is.
No,
It's over there
Look at
somewhere.
That's one.
No.
I'll
It's
give
bad.
up.
That's
I'll
too-
give up.
that's too
It's too
tough.
far. It's too far. It's right above.
Hit that button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because then you're not going to miss anything, man. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on all the social media. That way you can keep up with what's going on in the chat and what we're doing, because we have a lot of giveaways. We have a lot of stuff going on, and you are going to be the first one to know. Also, if you want to hear this podcast live,
Audio.
I'm sorry.
Just the audio.
If you want to hear this podcast, not live. If you want to hear this podcast, we're available on all the audio podcasting streaming services. Spotify, podcasting streaming services, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. That's
right.
You know what it is. Search for it. You'll find us there.
Bang, bang, bang.
But if you want to see this podcast live, that's what I meant to say originally.
Yeah.
You can see us live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So don't miss it. But if you do, you can see it on our channel. And you can only see that if you subscribe. So you see where this is all going. you see the chain. Just hit that button.
Hit the goddamn button. What's wrong with you?
But what were you going to say?
But also,
yeah,
we got another guest next week. Not going to say his name, but he happens to be from the Metal Jesus crew.
Okay.
And you're only going to know if you subscribe and you follow us on our social media.
That's right.
Yep. Or a friend might tell you. It's all right.
Or a little birdie will tell you. Yeah.
That's right.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stay safe. Until next week, peace.
Peace out, y'all. Bang, bang.